it's so refreshing to see other people in the same kind of space that you are, even though like I'm a streamer or whatever. I don't want to plug myself, but I'm a streamer.
Plug yourself.
This
guys.
is your time to plug yourself.
Look,
Goddammit!
man, whatever you say now, I'm gonna put at the beginning of the video.
All right.
So that people check you out at the beginning of the
Right,
video.
and then they don't
Before
watch
your
this.
sauce. Before your sauce, they want to know how it happened.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So my name is Jimmy Dukes. I'm from El Paso, Texas. I'm a content creator / streamer, whatever. But I stream a lot of first-person shooters. I do podcasts, and I play little horror games or whatever. Very community-friendly. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, but Facebook is my main grind, man.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Pub Crew. And joining us this week, as you can tell, is the one and only Jimmy Dukes of Duke Nation.
I don't know about the only one, but I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man.
Wait,
Appreciate
hey,
y'all having me.
Don't take your cloud away like that.
I forgot what the button is. Fuck. Yeah, there you go. You can't hear it, but there's like clapping.
That's clapping.
Hey.
Yeah, a little cheers,
Dope.
cheers.
Yeah,
Appreciate
yeah.
it, man.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
y'all
coming,
having me,
man.
man. Yeah,
I'm
for
Ryan,
sure.
that's Vic. You know us.
Yeah.
But this guy, though.
I'm Jimmy. What's up? Just another guy.
Yeah. Just another guy in El Paso doing things that are a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this content creation thing is awesome. Regardless what it is, I mean, you could do, little projects or as far as videos or photography or podcasts like this, streaming. I mean,
Yeah.
a content creator is a content creator, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the biggest thing about it is that there's always like a passion for it. Like no matter what, you have to get up every day and be passionate about whatever you're creating,
Hell yeah.
because nobody else is gonna like,
Definitely.
like,
Definitely.
oh,
If you don't care, why would anybody care?
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You're
That-
going to get what you put into it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. You got. I mean, sometimes it could be rough because it might not be getting the traction you want or whatever. But that's when you should just keep going. The
Mhm.
consistency of anything
Yeah.
in life,
Hell yeah.
school, work, blah. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If you care enough and you're putting in the time, then you'll get something back out of it for sure.
Yeah, and you're gonna find people who are gonna like find your stuff, and then since you have been doing something like for a while consistently, they can go back to your backlog.
Oh, definitely.
And they can be like,
Yep.
oh shit, this is how they started, or this
Uh-huh.
is how he began doing all the streaming.
Look
all
at his
that
shitty
stuff.
videos. Look at those videos from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Please do. So
Seven-
this way, I can see how much
720p.
better I got. 720p. What are you talking about? Less than that.
240.
So I feel when I
12
look back at
frames.
like our earlier episodes, I was like, good God.
Yeah.
I thought that was good framing.
Right? But that's the thing too. You get a chance to look back at it and you're like, God, man, we thought that was good. It's
Yeah.
terrible, but look how much
Yeah.
better we are now.
Yeah, like you look now, I'm like, oh, fuck, we learned something.
Yeah. We've definitely gotten older. That's
Right?
That's what's
That's
happening.
for sure.
Those that lens, man.
Father
That
time,
HD.
you cruel bastard.
And, dude, like ever since like I turned 30, I'm like, I'm a internet boomer now. Like that's just how I feel. Like at least nobody expects me to keep up with memes anymore. But like,
Right.
I'm just gonna get called a boomer everywhere I go. I'm live.
Just gotta accept your fate now, man.
Yeah.
You're ancient in internet time.
Oh, man. Y'all, man, I'm 37. Holy crap.
We're like,
Oh man.
excuse me, 31.
Shit, if y'all old,
Yeah.
damn, I'm
Yeah.
super. I'm just playing.
Yeah. So since we're burping already, why don't we open
My
up
bad.
a beer?
There we go. Yeah, man. Let's open up a beer. What do we got here?
It was a preemptive burp.
Yeah.
So today we got Stone's Tangerine Tropical Hazy IPA.
Boom.
Yeah. This is actually one of
Hand
my
that
favorites.
down,
Yes.
Pass it around.
I'm a big IPA person.
Nice. Me
And,
too.
Oh, shit.
oh shit, my mug.
And I was like,
My bad. My bad.
All good. But I also love pineapple, so I was like, hey, Stone IPAs, can't go wrong with that.
Mhm.
Pineapple.
Tangerine
Super
Express.
good.
Hazy
Yeah.
IPA. Hey, appreciate that, man. Let's see if we can get this going here.
I really hope that picked up like really clean.
oh shit, hold on. I got you.
Just be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I tilted it too much.
Yeah.
It happens.
I tilted it too much. Appreciate it, sir.
Don't worry, we got those on standby because it's
Yeah.
not the first time.
Yeah. Don't worry.
I've done it a number of times.
There's always got to be one asshole.
Don't worry, the mixer is insured. So you know,
Right? I made sure I was like away from it. I was like, oh man, I was talking about how great this thing is. Let me spill some beer on it.
Right?
It's also beer resistant.
It's gonna start sounding like we're under fucking water and everything.
It's waterproof, not beer proof. Damn. Shit, I knew I should have got that extended warranty. God damn.
We're just out of warranty now.
Right? Shit. Right? Don't you ever get something like electronics and they're like, you look at the warranty and like a month later is when it expired and you're like, God damn it.
Every fucking time I'm like, why? Why? Well, wasn't sure that whole time. Yeah, well, I didn't fucking need it then, did I? They knew it was gonna fail.
You should have got the extended warranty.
There's some man over there watching, like, this person's warranty's up.
Right?
Kill it.
Kill it, boom.
Yeah, man, what is this? iPhones,
Right? Hey, man, there's a lifetime on those, man.
Yeah,
Those Chromebooks too. All right, cheers,
Cheers,
boys.
gents.
Cheers.
Appreciate y'all, man. Hell
Appreciate
yeah, let's
you.
get it.
Remember,
coming.
you don't have to drink to show at the pub crew, but it helps.
A lot.
I like helping. Oh, that's good.
Nice.
That's nice.
That's good.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's something about like Stone IPAs, like they're hazies, like they're still kind of like bitter and like kind of like
Yeah.
really just.
Does Stone even make anything not IPA?
Yes.
The Arrogant Bastard Ale?
Arrogant
Yeah.
Bastard? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the first one I saw. Arrogant Bastard.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people's introduction to
To Stone.
Stone, and it's just so funny because we still have a friend who like that's anywhere he can find it. That's what
his
he
go.
gets.
All he
That's
gets.
what he. And I'm like, dude, really? Like,
Hey, you like what you like?
respect it.
Hey,
You
you like
gotta
what you
respect
like.
it. If
You like
that's
what
what
you
he
like,
likes,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
at 1 p.m.
Don't judge.
I want to get to it.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
On a Tuesday.
Turn up on a Tuesday. Turn up on a Tuesday.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, this one's a 6.7. That's it.
It's got
That's
hops in it.
It has hops. It's
Tangerine
good.
and pineapple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is good. I've had this before. It's really good. I remember when I would get them in the when they have them in the tall glasses, like the bottles,
Oh yeah.
and then they started throwing them in the into 6-packs, and I was like, hell yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yes, for mass consumption.
yeah, drink some more.
I mean, canning has become such a big
Yep.
market now.
All the breweries are starting
yeah,
to do
like
it now.
a lot of people have gone away from bottles. Like,
Yeah.
it's just been just cans on can,
'Cause it's
only
easier.
cans.
My only cans, yeah. Check out our only cans.
Yeah.
Only
That's easier to recycle.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Ooh, I like this little Stein, little Tin Man one.
Yes, it's for the guests.
Yeah.
Hey.
Because we have ours, so I was like, we have to have something.
Here, you have this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should get a Stein that just has guest
Guest
on
on
it.
it.
Or we should get two that says one says guest one and the other
Yes.
says guest
yes.
two.
Then they're gonna fight over who's guest one and guest two.
Right?
Well,
I
that's
want
their
But you know what?
problem.
Yeah, that's not for us. to
Hey, y'all!
decide.
Hey, whoever can chug a beer first gets a pick, right?
All right, here's the shot. Here's the beer. You gotta finish them in order.
Right? Go.
Go.
Whoever lasts longer at the keg stand.
Oh my god!
Dude,
I can't even remember the last time I did a
with
keg
my
stand.
weight, I've only done that once, and I was like, I'm not gonna do
Right?
this again.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be on the stand. You could just be all.
Yeah.
My ancestors would
But
be
what's the fun in
disappointed if I
that?
didn't do
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
My ancestors and
A
fellow
keg lean over.
frat brothers would be very disappointed in me.
King, a keg laying over. Oh,
I'm just gonna cheat and like go on the wall. Just
Right?
eat on it.
Still counts. You're over there fucking against the wall. Square up, noobs.
Oh man.
Oh fuck.
Good shit.
Speaking of squaring up, nudes. So
Squaring up nudes. Hell
Speaking of scoring up, dude.
who can square up nudes, huh?
I got you. Hold on. They're mine, but you know.
Go on.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, look, here you go.
Square up noobs. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
It's Ace. It's his dog.
That's what the girls say when they look at.
Aw.
It was his penis.
Oh, so cute. Shut up. It's cold outside.
It's manly as fuck.
Right? I'm proportionate.
It's cold.
I just came out of a pool.
They're shrinking.
Shrinkage, Jerry.
Oh man, that's good.
So, anyways, what about nudes?
What are we talking about today?
Oh well,
What is
Trying
the
to
topic?
segue into that, and I
Nudes, and then what are we leading
Yeah.
to?
from the nudes, my favorite is like ramen. Like
Maruchan or Top Ramen.
Ooh,
There's a difference.
the cheaper.
Don't say there isn't, because there is.
I don't know. Maruchan if it's like the cups, because then I could just boil water and pour it in there.
Boom.
Top Ramen, it's on
Um,
the stove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever put it in the microwave?
You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I used to for the longest time.
Why
Me
not?
too.
Why aren't you supposed to put it in the
I think
microwave?
it's the styrofoam.
I-
Right?
No. Like you get the noodles itself, and you
Oh.
put it in a bowl with
Oh.
water, and you just throw in the microwave.
Oh yeah. I've done that before.
Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't done that.
It's only because
Whoa.
what was it, like a few years ago? Someone got me the ramen maker,
Uh-huh.
where it's just a bowl.
Yeah, it's a bowl. Yeah, it tells you how much water to put in and put that bit. Yeah, hell
it's a
yeah.
reusable bowl. I'm like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's literally just a bowl.
Yeah.
I have bowls like this, but this one's for a purpose, and they got it for me as a gift, and I was
Right.
like, well, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, might as well.
And I legit, it worked.
It does.
It served its purpose.
Yeah.
I was not disappointed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, if it works, then why you fucking
wasn't a
trashing
stupid
it, man?
gift.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was a gag gift, Mike. Joke's on you.
Right, because I
It
use that
works.
shit.
You just increased my laziness.
Right?
I'm just standing there.
3
spitting in
minutes
a pot.
ago, right?
Yeah.
Good to
Fill
go.
that bitch. Put my seasonings in there. I'll
Done.
come back. And it's just ready.
So
Like
cool.
it sounds stupid, but it's not
Yeah.
stupid because it works.
Well, that's why I want.
Smarter, not harder.
That's
There
why
you
I
go.
want a waffle maker.
I have a
would.
waffle maker
I would.
somewhere.
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 But yeah, but I want to get like a really good waffle maker. Like one that just times it for you.
Oh, mine's not that good. I
Perfect
make them into
crisp.
Death Stars.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it's a very Star Wars
Yeah.
waffle maker. Doesn't time it though.
Right. Millennium Falcon waffle comes out.
It's Death Star.
There you go.
Sorry.
It has
I
one. It
went
has
the other
one
way.
option.
It has one option. Destroy. So my waffles came out fucked up every time.
Oh man!
Curse you, Empire.
Oh man, that should get.
Yeah. So all I really wanted to talk about was what you guys thought were like the most underrated pieces of media. I guess it could be albums, it could be artists, it could be movies, TV shows, games. We're all gamers here. Pride Month, gamers. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
What's it called?
Did you try to self-plug me?
Just throwing that in there real quick.
Yeah.
No, like let's see, like underrated, like games for me. I don't know. I started playing like Nintendo.
Hell yeah.
I remember that was one of the first systems that I played personally. But one of the first games that I like really, really liked, and I played Sega. It was this game called Hershog Sui.
Hershog sweet.
Hershog Sui. Yes, dude, it's crazy.
No, I
So
don't
it's
think
a
I ever.
strategy game, and it came out like in freaking 89. Came out in
Oh, okay.
89. But anyways, like it's a strategy game. Like you have a base, and like you fly around, and you could turn into a robot, like a transformer, and then you take over little bases, and you could build units. So each
Ah.
there was like you play somebody or the computer, obviously, and then depending how many bases you get resources and credits, and you can make more stuff.
So like an early RTS is what it
Yeah,
sounds
like
like.
yeah,
Yeah.
big time. That without even realizing at that age, I liked that type of game because everybody was playing like either Street Fighter or like Mario or like
Hell yeah,
the basic
brother.
games. Yeah, the basic games.
Hey,
yeah.
you're basic. I'm not basic.
You know, like the go-to
dare you.
games, but
Yeah,
like
no, you're
like a
right.
game that like kind of like under the radar. I remember I
Yeah.
would always rent it at Blockbuster.
For
That's
sure,
how old I
yeah.
am. And but yeah, that's one of the ones that I would like for sure. What about you guys?
Man. You can go first.
So I think an underrated, like, we're gonna call these gems, right? Because the gems to
Yeah.
us.
Mhm.
I want
Yeah.
to say it. I mean, I played all the way back then, but there was a. It was on a Dreamcast. What the fuck was it called? I'm gonna have to look it up. I already forgot the name. It was back. That was like back in the era where I didn't buy games.
Mhm.
I rented.
Rented.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think all of us were.
Yeah, so I
for a
didn't.
while.
I didn't own, like, I have games now, like for
Yeah.
Dreamcast. I didn't own those at the time. I had to find those decades later.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I can afford this. Here we go.
Yeah. I already forgot the name. It was. I'm stupid. It was one of the earlier Fantasy Stars.
Oh, okay.
Fantasy Star.
Fantasy Stars.
Dude.
Before like online was a thing, like because the Dreamcast had that feature, but I definitely didn't do it.
Yeah.
But it was Fantasy Star thing, and I felt like it was for the Dreamcast, and I felt like that in and of itself is a forgotten gem.
Yeah.
Well,
It was ahead of its time.
They came out with Fantasy Star Online too.
They did, but that's what I mean. Is like on the console it came out at, like at the time, okay, like by that argument, Sonic Adventure, that was its debut console, but it only then did it grow traction on GameCube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what
So
you mean.
I'm like, yeah,
I see
all
what
they
you
did,
mean.
like all that essentially happened was all those games essentially got ported over to what was the console at the time, which like was GameCube
Mhm.
for a majority of them. Some of them PS2, but like that was underrated for me because the Dreamcast, like another underrated game, because it was Phantasy Star and then Berserk Guts Rage.
What is that?
The Berserk anime.
Okay.
There was a game they made for the Dreamcast, and it only ever came out on Dreamcast.
It was like a one and done kind of thing.
Unfortunately, because
Mhm.
it was actually decent. It was like a spin-off because at the time, like when I was a kid, I was watching animes. I should have been watching Berserk. That anime's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I watched the shit out of it. And I remember when I saw the game because I saw Guts on the cover and I was like, oh, sick, it's a Berserk game. It's a dark game. But it's like a one-off, and that game was, I mean, it's like it's almost like a hack and slash, right?
Okay.
Think like Devil May Cry before Devil May
Okay.
Cry. And it kind of had like an RPG role, but it wasn't like heavily based on it. It was like legit just like hack and slash. And I remember playing the shit out of that game. And that's when I was introduced to difficulty spikes. Because I did not know that game started you off on hard mode by default. And there was one
nice.
boss I couldn't get past for the longest
You're like, why is
time.
this so goddamn hard?
Yeah, I was like, I was struggling for a bit, and I got to one boss where I was like, "This is ridiculous."
right.
Only
I'm
to
not even having
realize-
fun.
Yeah, I was like, "It's not fun anymore." Only for like my brother to come in and be like, "Dude, you're on hard," and I was like, "What?"
Kill me?
Yeah, and then like,
Yeah.
oh, and then the game was fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Now I'm tearing up through these fools, man.
And I was like, I'm coming back at you. I mean, I started over because it was
Right.
like it was before the time where like you could change difficulty on the go.
Yeah,
Like nowadays most games let you do that. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, you can change
Yeah.
this at any time.
yeah.
Like that was like in the time like, oh no, you want to change the
You-
difficulty?
Yeah, start all over.
Start that shit over. New
Damn.
save file.
Damn.
And that was still when you had like memory cards, and the Dreamcast had that like weird ass one.
Little was it the one with a little digital screen on
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the Dreamcast. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that to me was like its own forgotten thing because it was so ahead of its time. I don't think anyone was ready for it, and I think that's why it didn't succeed. And
I feel like Dreamcast had the vision,
it did.
but like it just did not execute well.
It
Yeah.
did not, because it could have been like what the PS2 was, and then it just didn't get enough support. And I think honestly, out of the gate, it was more expensive at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And I remember really wanting one because that's where all of the arcade ports went to.
Power Stone,
Like
yes.
Power Stone,
That's where I
Marvel
used to play
vs.
the shit out of
Capcom.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of that stuff like got ported over to Dreamcast, and it was super good.
Mhm.
Third Strike, I think got
Yeah, the Age of Heroes, I think, was before it was First Impact or something.
yeah,
yeah,
Fight for the Future or whatever.
yeah.
I
That's
don't
the
know.
one. It was like Third Strike before
shit.
Third Strike. Everyone knew came
Yeah.
out.
We already talked about Street Fighter last week.
We did.
We
We need to stop talking about Street Fighter.
And it's been 0 days.
Yeah, that'd be my my like underrated. Like it's a
man.
lost gem that I actually really enjoyed as
Yeah.
a child, and I thought it was awesome. And I still have. I mean, it's not my original, but because I rented the shit out of everything. That was even
Yeah.
the time where you could rent consoles.
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember my friend got the 64
Yeah.
like rented, and like it was like a week before it like came out because like Blockbuster just had
They
it.
all had them.
Yeah. And I remember he rented it out, and we just fucking spent like 3 nights
Right,
We're
in a
like,
row.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
like, okay, we need to play. Like,
Right.
we were playing like Mario Party and what's that freaking launch game
For what?
for 64?
The launch game?
Yeah, it wasn't fucking Mario. It was the other one.
I was like, is it not Mario?
No, it was the other game.
What was the other one? Now you got me thinking about it.
Was it a racing game? No, it wasn't a racing game, was it?
Uh-oh, look it up. Google
Yeah.
it. Google it.
Yeah, no, I remember like during that era, I used to like rent consoles for like a week at a time.
Pilot Wings. That's what it
Pilot
was.
Wings.
Yeah.
I knew there was a vehicle involved.
Yeah, and fucking Wave Race came out like
Wave
another-
Race, no shit.
Yes.
Oh my
that
god.
came out.
I remember
like, a
Star
few months
Fox.
after. Oh
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah. But that's not what my underrated.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah,
did
go
you
ahead, what's
underrate?
yours?
No, as far as like games go, of course, I think I've talked about it once and it got lost, and now I found out that it's free on like PC and Xbox. Phantom Dust. It was like mid 2000s like action RPG card game. You picked up like orbs, which gave you like spells or like mana and stuff like that. Kind of like a little bit like magic. And you fought in like arena style, like Power Stone style, like 3D shit. And there was like like it was like a duel. It had online play, but there was like jungle camps. I'm trying to fucking like
Explain it the best I can.
Yeah.
because it was weird. Like it was like,
And that's why it's a hidden gem.
the visuals were like completely like industrial. Like the whole OST is like industrial noise. Like it was just a weird game. And
when did this game come out?
the plot like was so convoluted, like 2006, 2004.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
No, like the way you described the OST, I'm like,
it
yeah,
was
that's
when
about
Breaking
right.
Benjamin was really popular.
Oh man, and the Nickelback. Oh fuck.
Speaking of underrated gems, as far as
Nickelback?
bands go, no, I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Where are the leather straps at?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got him somewhere.
All right.
I got him in a tote. I
For
think.
sure, man. Somewhere
Yeah.
back there.
Hold on. Oh, 2005. Yeah, action strategy game with elements of digital collectible card games. And okay, here's the plot synopsis, and this is the best way that I can describe it because I won't be able to fucking think of these words. Taking place in a post-apocalyptic Earth, the unnamed player character must interact with the few human outposts that remain, all who have suffered a form of amnesia, to understand what has happened in the planet. And guess what? I played the whole ass game. I still didn't understand what the fuck was going on with the planet.
You just heard that summer and you're like, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
When I played this game.
That's not what I thought when I was playing.
I didn't think that's what was happening.
Yeah.
Makes sense now, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I guess I had to put something to it.
Right?
Yeah, but I really loved it because like it was just such a sick aesthetic to me. It really made you think of like what deck to build as far as like your powers and what you want your spells to be. They had some crazy shit like Elder's ring like level magic, like just
Yeah.
crazy lasers and shit
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, like it was just super cool. Nobody that I knew played it.
Of course.
I thought it was like gone forever for like 5-10 years, and then they canceled the sequel, but they just released the original for free for people.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Go back a little bit of time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it crazy, or is it me? Like, do you ever like? I was never the type of gamer. I was always looking ahead. What's next? The better, the better, the better.
Yeah.
Right. And then as I started getting a little older, and like I started like being more on PC, and then there was more like games that would be available, like older games, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I missed that game. Let me go back and play it.
Mm-hmm.
I would never be that type. It took me to get a little older to appreciate older games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's-
I was never like that.
Oh yeah. Fuck. What was it? Like when the pandemic hit, I went back to old school RuneScape.
Oh man,
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Yeah.
you telling
Holy
me.
shit.
Yeah. And like I hadn't played for like decades, you know.
Mm.
And I was like, I wonder if I can still log into like my middle school, high school account.
Was
like,
it still there?
Yeah.
All the data and everything?
Yeah. I didn't have shit. Like it was just like
But it was still
back
there.
then I didn't know what the fuck I was
Yeah.
doing, you know? So now I went back to it and I'm like, oh, okay. So I see the XP rates. I see like the grinding aspect of it because I had played so many more RPGs, you know,
Yeah.
at this point. So I'm like, oh, okay. So this is the most effective way to do it. And I started doing that and just power leveling and stuff like that. And this is just like such a low memory game. Like I would have it like when I'm trying to queue up for something and like it would just take forever to queue up. I would just be on the second monitor playing. Yeah, and I got obsessed with it. And I'm like, dude, like how is it that this fucking 27-year-old game, I don't know how old it is,
Right.
but it's super old. Like
Yeah, it's pretty fucking old, dude.
I'm just
I was like, you might be
completely-
actually close to being right on that.
Yeah.
Right. I was
Yeah.
playing when did you guys hear of that game New World? It was on
New World.
PC. It was like Amazon's first.
Oh yeah.
When I was playing it, people kept on talking about that game.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of that game until I played New World. I was like, RuneScape? I was like, what's that? And I looked.
yeah.
It's like pretty much like the same concept and stuff, but obviously more modern and everything with the graphics. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
there was a lot of games like when I was younger. It was always just about the major titles for me.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, what's the
But yeah.
newest game coming
Yeah,
out?
it's
What's the newest game coming out? What's the
the-
newest game coming out?
And it was just the landscape that we were in because it was all about the people who got like a whole 3-page display on a gaming magazine, or
Yeah.
like the ones who were like rich enough to put their ads on like TV, you know, like
It was before what is now known as AAA gaming was AAA gaming. We just thought, oh, this is this. Oh, that's gotta be good. And then now these companies are high up there now, and now anything produced by them is considered a AAA game. And you're
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
that's why it was in our faces growing up.
Yeah. Buy this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy this game.
Oh, but there was a one on 64, Jet Force Gemini.
Oh, dude.
It was a third-person shooter, and I loved it because you could play as a dog with like guns on his back.
Yeah. Dude, I used to play the shit out of that
And you
game.
fight against bugs or some shit. Like it was like
Yeah,
alien
I
ants.
thought
or
they were like
something.
aliens,
Yeah.
but it might have been like insects.
like alien bugs or some.
Oh,
bullshit
yeah,
like
I don't
that,
remember.
Yeah.
I just remember it was fun.
Yeah, it
I
was
used to
super
play
cool.
the shit out of that game. Yeah.
That reminds me of another shooter. That now you say that. You guys ever play Time Splitters?
Hell
Yes,
yes,
bro.
that you know what? That's an underrated.
That,
game.
one-
I have
that
that on
one
my
is
list.
underrated.
Yeah.
That was like I was like, what is a game that I was playing that I look back because what I did is like I was looking at each console of games that I remember like it triggered like a gym, like how you were
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
not like a game that was out there. And I remember me and my buddy would play Time Splitters like on PS on the PlayStation. And we just sit there but they would have the craziest characters. I remember.
Yeah.
They would have the craziest characters. I
I remember
remember.
it was fucking wild. It
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. Definitely a hidden gem on that one.
Mhm.
A hidden gem for me that I think is only sullied by the fact of where the game went in the future, but I still love it near and dear, was Dungeon Keeper. The original Dungeon Keeper. Did you ever play that game? It was for PC.
Oh,
What is it? Like, what
I've
is it?
seen it. That's the one that has like the nose ring, like
Demon?
devil. Yeah,
Yeah,
demon.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So essentially, you're like this game. You're the bad guy, and the
Okay.
whole thing is like you're meant to take over these layers, these worlds, and they're in dungeons. So like each one, what would you compare it to now? I don't know. It's not like an RTS. The whole point is like you're building up your base, right? You got your heart, and then there's an opponent somewhere in this map. Like these maps are usually big, so your thing is like you got to take over their heart. You got to
Okay.
control their dungeon heart, and then you build up your force. So you got to like farm the area for resources, build
Nice.
up your small teams.
Yep.
The more you go, the more bigger minions you can get. But you also got to manage in the sense like if you're not controlling your shit, they could fight amongst themselves.
Really?
Yeah, you legit
Oh,
gotta
that's cool.
be on top of it. Where it's like, yeah, in the later levels, like there's like the demon guy.
Yeah.
He's actually one of the spawns you can get in there, but he's an
Oh, okay.
asshole. If you're not on top of him, because he'll start like fucking with your own minions and kill him. So you legit, there's an option to build a torture chamber.
What
And the whole point is to either, because you can capture enemy minions and leave them at almost dead to torture them to switch over to your side,
What?
or if your people are acting and be like, fucking go to the torture chamber, fucking come back when you have a better attitude.
Go to the hole. You want to come back and
man.
shit?
Yeah, and then like that's the whole point is like to you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
you're
crazy.
you're the asshole.
And that was a
taking over-
PC game?
That was a PC game. It's
Huh.
it's pretty old at this fucking point.
Yeah.
They made a sequel and it wasn't as good.
Yeah, dude, I've seen the cover. The
Yeah,
title.
yeah.
Like I've seen it, but I've just never played it.
Yeah.
So I know. Like,
and then the unfortunate fate of it is it went to a mobile game.
oh damn.
And it was a complete like cash grab game, and that's what was very disappointing about it. That's
Oh,
why I said
man.
the name's only sullied by that.
Y'all
Yeah.
have phones, don't you?
It's 'cause it-
You
no,
can get this
it's-
for free.
Yeah, that's what sucks. It's like, yeah, it's a free game,
It's
but
is it a freemium?
it's a free
Yeah.
game. It's like, yeah, it's free, and then you gotta pay for so much shit
Yeah.
if you want to actually play the game. I'm like,
Yeah.
You can play
no.
the game, but you're gonna want to buy shit.
yeah, and I was like, nah, no thanks. The minute I saw that play, I was like, nah, never mind. I know where this is going. This isn't what I wanted. I'll just go back to playing this game that I've beaten so many times.
Right.
Yeah.
Go back one more time and torture some fools.
Yeah, that's why like the second one was a little better because that's when they incorporated online with it. But like that was back then when online was like barely a thing.
Yeah.
Dial up.
Yeah. So like I'm sure it's not supported anymore.
Right. What's the first online game you played? Like online, like multiplayer.
Man.
What that like
I used to play Street Fighter online.
What?
the first
in
one?
the
Like,
web browser.
Oh.
oh shit!
In a
Like
web
against
browser.
somebody?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you go into like servers, like
Yeah.
chat servers, and then you queue up a match with
Oh,
anyone in that
yeah.
server.
Crazy.
SFO,
Yeah,
Street Fighter
yeah,
Online.
yeah. SFO, yeah.
I don't think that was my first. It's one of the earliest ones I remember because like finding out you could play, and it was like super laggy as fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Like the
man.
more inputs you were doing, you'd be like, and then
Yeah.
Hadouken!
exactly.
Hell yeah!
Did it land? Did it land?
Right?
yeah.
Take that shit.
It's like down,
Spam that.
down
Spam
forward.
I see them
Forward
queuing up. I'm
punch.
like, just block, just block, just block, just block.
it.
Oh,
Oh
man.
man.
Yeah.
I remember the first online game that I played. It was on PlayStation 2. And did you guys have a PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
You remember how
Yeah.
you had to get that back adapter?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the
So-
fucking, yeah,
Yes.
for the online, yeah.
So I
That
got the
junk
back
in the
thing.
trunk.
I got the little back thing, and then the game was called Tribes.
Oh, I know Tribes, but I
shit.
never had to
That
play it
was the
online.
first dude. But I remember like I don't know how many people there was on the map. It was maybe like 16 or whatever.
They
But
were
it was just like
zooming.
Yeah.
like it was so laggy, bro. But
Yeah, and that's the one
it
with,
was
like,
amazing.
The skating, right? Like, well, not skating, but like you could glide and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought
Yeah,
it
I
was the
remember
dopest shit
that.
ever.
Yeah,
I thought it was the dopest shit
Yeah.
ever. And then somebody called and I got kicked off the line. I was like,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Mother, I was winning.
Stop
Oh,
calling.
No, I remember. I feel like the one that I played consistently and I really got into it was Halo 2.
Oh,
Oh, well, yeah.
yeah.
Like
sure.
that was. Like,
think
the-
we've all played
the
Halo
major-
2.
Oh
yeah.
man, that was an ish.
Yeah.
That was an ish
Yeah,
for me.
I'm trying to think of like any other online games.
Anything
that,
earlier or
yeah,
anything. That's why,
could-
like, the earliest for me was, like, SFO that I can remember. And it was, like, playing it in a web browser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think at the time I knew of the thing for the PS2, but we just never got it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I remember
Mhm.
playing these games. I just didn't play them online. But for sure, anything web browser based, I played. And then
Oh,
SFO
yeah.
was like, oh, I'm playing against other people.
Mhm. That's badass.
Getting
man.
kicked out of chat servers for winning.
Hey, you're fucking too good. Get out of here.
Man,
Oh,
you're
man.
spamming, bitch.
Yeah.
Mike, first of all, I'm lagging.
Right?
Sorry if I'm spamming. I don't know if I'm lagging. Like,
Dude,
I can't tell you.
I can't tell what I'm doing. I'm hitting the inputs. I'm sorry it's spamming.
Oh, I remember when I first got Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare on PC. I was obsessed with that game,
Yeah.
and I started playing on like different servers and stuff like that, and I would wallbang people, and I would get kicked like 2 minutes later because they were like, "You're fucking cheating,"
You're hacking.
and I'm like, "Dude, like I can see you on my mini. There's a UAV, you know,
Right.
like, it tells
I'm
you
just
where
shooting
you
that
are.
general
Yeah,
direction,
and
right?
it hits like, and like that was the first time when I realized like I take that shit very like seriously, that I'm like, oh, you can wall bang through this here, and like like that made me want to get more into like shooting games and competitive games.
I just want to
Yeah.
fuck people up. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
there's a different thrill than beating a computer than it is to beating
Oh,
someone
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
You know?
There's some satisfaction involved.
Yeah, yeah.
Or that when you're on the other end and you're like, fuck this game. I'm not going to play this
You're
shit
like,
again.
"This is bullshit."
Yeah.
He's camping.
Fucking, dude, I remember
Shit.
playing Madden.
Oh,
What was it,
man.
Madden 2003 or 2 when they did online mode? Man, I would go online and it just like the kickoff.
Yep.
Like what the fuck just happened? Fuck this game.
Yeah. Like online gaming, like in its early age, was like definitely rough.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was like looking back now. I remember playing it and I had fun. Like, but you think back on it now to what you do now, and you're like, oh, that was.
Yeah.
I left matches for less.
Right?
I
Right?
left matches for less than this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we put up with it at the time.
Right.
'cause
Okay,
that
that's all there was, right?
I do.
I have to look it up, so I cheated a little bit. But there's two that I completely forgot about,
For what?
which was for like earliest online games.
Oh, okay.
It was Diablo
Diablo.
and freaking I just fucking lost it. Not Command and Conquer.
Ooh, Command and
Doom.
Conquer was
It
dope.
Doom. Like the like it's not Doom, Quake.
Oh,
the other
Quake.
the other
Doom.
horror. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Quake.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Quake, yeah.
I had to remember because I remember playing Quake and just getting my ass whooped by
Yeah.
somebody with like a rocket launcher, because that's what you did back in Quake. You just tap strafed or whatever.
Yeah,
And then
pretty much.
You just bunny hopped and shot people like going 100 miles per hour.
It's funny. My experience with Quake wasn't initially Quake. So I played Doom, right?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until years later when it was definitely like in high school when Team Fortress 2 came out.
Oh yeah.
And that was,
Holy
like, the
shit.
thing,
I remember
yeah.
that.
And then I played shit out Team Fortress 2, and that's when I found out, oh, it's based off. It's like a Quake mod essentially at this point. And I was like, oh, I remember hearing about Quake. I mean, I knew of Quake, but I think I just skipped it. It went under my radar. And like, yeah, we got to play Quake to understand like where this came from. And then I played Quake, and I got my ass handed to me. I was like, I'm going back to Team Fortress 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
The opposite of Quake, I remember. You guys remember Unreal Tournament?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
That was the. I remember that one was like when it would get sweaty because they would. That was the
Yeah.
first time that I would play in flag, capture the flag.
Yeah.
Capture the flag on that mode. I remember that shit. I'm like, oh my god! But it was so fun though too.
Unreal was like that. I remember when that was big on the competitive
Yeah.
scene.
Mm-hmm.
I used to I used to play Unreal Tournament a lot, like
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Yeah,
and
for
then
sure too.
by like 4 it got really weird. So I don't know what the fuck happened.
Died off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd already stopped like at 3. Like, I was like 2 was like I was super hyped. Then 3 was like okay, and then I think 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you hate that sometimes when like a series of games, it's like you look forward to it, and then after a while, just kind of like, oh man,
Yeah, Halo.
Yes.
Halo, Halo. Oh my god. No, after,
Yeah, Halo. Looking at you.
after 3, then ODS this and all this
Yeah,
bullshit. I was like,
ODST, yes.
Reach. I was like,
hell
oh
yeah.
How the
fuck
hell
this.
did all 3 of us? If you at home,
Oh my
if
god.
you at home also thought Halo,
Fucking
Just
Halo.
so you know, we all didn't have that plan.
like
That was a genuine
Okay,
response.
Yeah, that was
1
funny.
was great, 2 was amazing,
Yep.
3 was the best.
And then
ODST was like whatever, but I kind of like that it's the cast from Firefly.
Yeah, you're kind of like okay.
doing the voice acting because it's kind of like a reunion type thing, and that's
Yeah,
got
like
that
I
going.
guess.
And then Reach comes out, and I'm like, I already know how this ends.
Mhm.
I'm a Halo person. Why are we going back?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then fucking 4, 5, and 6 are like, oh no, there's more Spartans of the dude, whatever. There's new Spartans, but there's also those old Spartans that whatever they were somewhere
Cortana,
else.
shit got crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
What's even crazier? Other crazy AIs.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's keep it going. How much
You
money we
want
making?
something more than
Let's keep it
Arbiter?
going.
Yeah.
Here's some new fucking thing.
Yeah,
That's a
right.
threat now.
Fuck
Yep.
the flood. There's Prometheans and
Right.
then there's
Yes,
Eurythrians.
Eurythian, Anisons, whatever.
Scrodians.
Oh man.
It's happening, man. We're gonna have a whole fucking genitalia coming at us. in the
Right?
last
Oh,
one.
fucking. That's going to be Halo 69 and shit.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh,
Looking
man.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
by
still gonna
playing.
talk shit about it, but
Right?
I'm still gonna play.
So check it out.
Yeah. Look,
Probably rented at Blockbuster, right?
hell yeah. Hell yeah. I still got my card somewhere.
Yeah.
Still got my Hollywood video card too.
Hollywood
Oh, man.
Video. No shit. That was a good one, too.
I'm trying to think of like other games that like the sequels just went way off the rails. I'm not a huge fan, but like Resident Evil,
Hey, fuck
like that
them.
went
I'm kidding.
like
I get it.
6 and 5.
5 is where it started to get weird. 6 was complete shit.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. They were like, instead of making one single player game, we're gonna make 4 different 3-hour single player games.
Yes.
And they're all different. One of them is gonna be way more action. One of them is gonna be some sob love story. The other one's gonna be like
horror
Chris
based.
Redfield,
Yeah.
like
Chris Redfield.
shooting.
That's all you have to
shooting
say.
bazookas.
Yeah. This one's gonna be Chris Redfield. We get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of punching boulders and over the edge shit here.
Yeah, but like that was just weird from like an outside perspective. I'm like, really? And Wesker's what? Jill got what?
Don't get me wrong. I've been following like I love the Resident Evil series, but even like once like 4 was great in the way that it changed like how it played, but it wasn't bad. That's why I liked it. I was like, okay, this is still good. And then 5 was like, this is weird because it was already getting actiony. It wasn't
Yeah.
like it was a little scary, but it wasn't like overbearing like what 4 was. And then 6, even I played it, and halfway through the first campaign, I was like, the fuck is going on here? What even is this? Like the tyrant wasn't even a tyrant at the end. It was like some dinosaur
Yeah,
bullshit.
because it's like the T virus variant.
Yeah, like some spin that I was like, okay, I need to take a step back.
Yeah.
Now it's weird.
I played all these other ones.
I followed
But
you
this
to
one-
this point.
this is where
This is where I draw the
fall.
line. This is where you stop taking my money.
Okay, fuck you, Capcom.
Right? Right?
Like, hold on.
Man.
Well, I guess I'll wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then the next one was actually
Yeah,
good.
7 was really
7
good,
was
yeah.
like, okay, this is some good shit now. It's
Yeah.
getting scary again. Give me the scares, Capcom.
I keep it coming.
Not Chris punching boulders. No one wanted that.
Yeah, dude, that's so cool, man. I wish I could punch boulders and have them break.
Right?
And not your hand.
Yeah,
Not your hand. I do in my dreams.
Oh. And then I can't run to my
That's how I smacked my significant other that one time. I was like,
Sus! Sus! Left
What
hook.
happened?
What were you
Punching
punching
boulders.
boulders?
Punching boulders.
Punching boulders.
Yeah.
Did you break it? Yeah.
I don't know. I woke up.
I'm
Fucking
trying to
here
go
I
back
am.
into the dream. Trying to go back
Oh,
into the dream.
man.
But quick, hit me so I get back in.
Knock me out.
Anybody for another?
Oh yeah.
I'm down. I also I wanted to bring up really quickly because I know Ryan, you would definitely fucking agree. I don't know if you've ever played this, but you said you liked RTSs. A game that turned into an RTS that I still fucking love, Brutal Legend from Double Fine.
Hell yeah!
Never heard of that.
What? Do you like? Do you like metal music? Do you like?
Somewhat.
Do you like?
Tenacious D?
Do you like Jack Black
Tenacious D's all right.
and
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne and
Yeah.
Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead?
Okay.
Do you want them all to voice
Characters.
characters that are
Nice.
basically them in the video game,
Badass.
and Ozzy sells you your upgrades to your fucking badass car?
God. And this is a what role playing?
It turns
strategy?
it's an adventure game that turns into an RTS.
What?
It's all metal based, like it's Brutal Legend, but it's all metal. Like the whole soundtrack is metal. Like
Crazy. No, I haven't heard of
the
that
whole
one.
world and everything. It's super dope. I mean, freaking Double Fine made it. So if you like Psychonauts and like that writing and stuff like
Mhm.
that, it's super good. I loved it. I would just cruise around and listen to music because
Because the soundtrack was
Yeah.
like,
Badass.
if you were like a metalhead or like even
Yeah.
like an early rock or anything like that, that soundtrack
Yeah.
had something.
it had
for you.
anywhere
Nice.
from like 3 Inches of Blood to like Mastodon to
Mhm.
like old school shit like Black Sabbath and
Dio.
and, yeah, Dio, fucking Motorhead. Like it was just super
When did this
dope.
game come out?
2007,
Yeah, somewhere
6 or
around
7.
there.
I
Yeah,
want to say.
because
Yeah.
Jack Black was like doing all his weird promotion.
Yes.
I
you
love
are
that guy.
playing as Jack Black. Let's
yeah.
just be.
Yeah.
You are Jack Black.
You know what? Now that you say
Yeah.
that, I remember because he was a main character,
Yes,
right?
he is
Yeah.
the main character. He
Mhm.
does the voice, and it's essentially his face on like a buff avatar.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Now
That
I
is that is
remember-
Brutal Legend.
Yes. Okay. I remember it, but I've
Yeah.
never played it. But now
Oh,
that you
man.
explained
You
it,
know
That's a gem worth revisiting, I
Dude,
think.
the whole premise of the story is that you're a roadie
Yes.
who is like roading for this really shit ass band, which was like the 2000s pop punk, like emo punk, emo
Yeah.
pop, I should say. Like that kind of music. Like he's a roadie for that type of band, and he dies saving the lead singer from that shitty band, and he ends up like some skull ends up falling on him, and the blood that he's bleeding out like goes into the fucking skull, and he gets transported into this fucking metal world.
Jesus.
If
Like-
it doesn't already sound like a metal song to you,
Yeah.
Right? No shit. Sounds perfect.
yeah,
The-
this is already a
The
synopsis.
music
for a
is the
metal song.
narration of the whole thing, right?
Hell yeah. And you have all these like famous like rock singers, metal
That's
singers,
cool.
like
Yeah.
doing legit
And
voiceover.
and
in
it
this
starts
game.
off as like an adventure game. You have a fucking car and all this shit, but then you start like they start telling like, oh, you in these battles you can command like units and stuff like that, and they're all like fucking metal based. Like some of them are like glam rock people, some of them are like
What?
like Lito Ford is like one of the
What?
characters.
Oh my god, I forgot Lita
Yeah.
Ford. Yeah,
Like
that
it's
was a
just it's
thing.
pretty much her. It's not like her voicing it.
Yeah,
but, like,
no, she didn't
yeah.
voice it, but it's definitely.
It
Lita
looks
Ford.
like- yeah.
it just looks.
You
exactly
know who
like
they're
her.
talking about.
Yeah.
Right? It's Lita Ford.
That's
Yeah.
one of those I have to go back and look at a video just to
Oh,
watch it.
yeah.
I'll probably never play it, but I'll probably watch a
Oh,
video
no.
just to check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man, if we do some like gameplays like together and just like show each other like all these gems that we've been talking about,
Right?
that'd be
Hell
pretty
yeah.
sick.
That'd be cool. What's it called? I had one game. There's another game that I thought of that I played for Sega, and this got me into the whole like the real time strategy. Other than that Herzog's Week, there's a game called Dune, Dune.
Yeah, Dune.
Kind of like the movie that came out recently. Yeah. So it was like that. So they had it on Sega, and it was like you just build your little units or whatever. And I was so amazed because you had like a cursor, but you had a controller.
Yeah, because it was one of those at the time. Because Sega, that's what I remember. Because the Dreamcast, and even in the earlier consoles, they were known for having PC aspects in their console gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a cursor because that was the only way that game was gonna.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah. Yeah, I remember,
remember
playing
that.
that. Yeah, I remember I played that. I played Dune, and then we talked about it a little bit earlier. Somebody said Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
That led me to that, and then StarCraft, and then Dune
For sure,
2000.
StarCraft. Yep.
Dune 2000 came out, and man, it just blew my mind because like the whole storyline and blah 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 blah. And it was weird because I never really liked those type of games, but I remember me and my best friend Adrian at the time. He was the only one with the computer at the time, so I'd always be at his fucking house playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. But anyways,
Oh man.
fuck yeah! So we'd play
Fuck
that
yeah.
shit, and then another one, EA took over it, and they made Dune Emperor, and that was like a 4-disc game. It had a disc for each faction.
Holy
shit.
shit!
It was so
Remember,
bad.
remember 4
The
disc
Atreides?
games?
The Atreides.
Yeah, I play Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7, right?
I was like, yeah, I have a few.
Right? Yeah, man. I remember that's another gem for me, man. That I always remember. Like, damn, that was fun.
Fuck it, yeah. When you say
Yeah.
4-disc game, I'm like, fuck.
When it's like,
remember
please
that.
insert disc
Insert disc two.
Right?
And I'm like,
What disc
oh.
am I? The 5th one scratch.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I had that heartbreak with the game once. Oh, it was so upsetting.
Right, you couldn't rent those fuckers.
Nope.
Yeah.
I hated it. I hated it so much. I'm never gonna say. Oh, what game did that for me? Was it was Phantasy Star Online 2 actually. It was for the PS2, and I had that when I was renting it,
Uh-huh.
and the second disc was fucked.
Oh my god.
And then what was worse, and this was my biggest gripe with that game, and I remember it because it legit made me stop playing it for a long time. I didn't want to go back to it.
You were so upset?
I was so upset because like the first disc ends on like this big climactic battle. It's like this big fights finally. It was like leading up to this big fight, and you're just at the end of disc 1, and then the main character goes through this crazy ass transformation. The last save was way before that fight. There was no checkpoint. There was no autosave because that was before that.
Right. You
So
better
your last
save it
save
yourself.
point was well before that fight, and a lot of shit happened. And then it tells you, please insert disc 2. And I go, oh shit, insert disc 2, and it's fucked.
Oh my god.
And then it wouldn't read it. So I put disc
I hate
1
when
back
that
in.
Start all over.
Load?
Yeah.
No. Load, and it's from that point. And I go,
Oh.
you fucking kidding me?
Fuck this game.
Because it fucked up. And I'm like,
Fuck this game. I'm done.
I think I did it
Fuck,
one more time,
man.
and the second disc was just fucked.
Oh
To where
my
like there was no way I was gonna get past it. And I go,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Right.
I'm done. I'm done. Or maybe I'll
Yeah.
let it cycle through the shop a few more times. Maybe we'll get the second set of discs where the second one's not fucked up.
Jesus.
I was
Damn.
heartbroken by it.
I hate you.
I know.
Blockbuster.
It may have been Hollywood. I don't
You're right.
remember.
One of those.
It was one of them. I was like, I don't know, because I used to go from both, because they all had like different specials throughout there. I was like, it was one of them. I don't fucking know. Point is, I was upset. All right.
Right? And you went back eventually to beat that shit?
Eventually, yeah, I had to
There
go
you go.
back. I went back. I saw it. It was legit like a month, maybe 2 months span where I was like, I'm gonna go rent some other shit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go play something else. What's out, Kirby? Let me play that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Kirby's 64. That's a fucking
little golf-
crystal
the
shards?
Crystal shards.
Nah. What was it? What about the golf one? Did you ever play that golf?
Oh, the Dream Course one.
Yeah, Dream Course.
Dude.
Yeah. Dude, I remember that they ported that to like the Game Boy, and my
They
friend
did?
had like the gyro thing. So like it had that other game.
really?
Yeah, like the one that you like just tilt it and like you have to get Kirby into
Oh,
like
Kirby's up. Well, it wasn't
Well-
pinball. Was it pinball?
No.
No, but I think it was like around the same time that came out.
Okay.
I forgot what it
I
was.
never
called.
played that one.
Yeah, but it was crazy because he had it, and I was like, man, like I loved Kirby. Like
Hell
Kirby,
yeah.
like growing up, I
That was
fucking
a
loved
ish.
playing. Yeah.
Little fluffy.
Oh man, you mentioned Madden, and I have to say, I think an underrated gem that I never see anybody talk about, and I get it, like it's just kind of a clone, but NHL HITZ.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Like
dog.
everybody talks about Blitz. Everybody like
Bro,
everybody even
I'm
talks
glad you
about like
brought that up,
NBA
bro.
Street. Like
Uh-oh.
Look, I have it right there. Look.
no fucking way.
Really?
Right there. NHL
No
is-
shit. NHL.
Yeah, I did, man. I
Dude.
remember just fucking laying fools out.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I
And then
remember-
it was like a fighting mini game.
I used to,
like,
I used to legit. just
And then
start
remember
the
you
fights.
just like you'd be like button mashing when you get in a fight.
Yeah, dude.
I
it
was I'm
was
gonna fuck this
so
guy
much
up.
fun.
God, mother-
And then it had all the cheats. It had
Yes.
like
Fuck
big head
yeah.
mode. It had like super speed,
Yes.
like all that shit.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
super good.
That's
Oh,
so good.
man.
That's
Yeah.
badass you brought that shit up.
Dude, I
Fuck
love
yeah.
that game.
I
man.
forgot about it, but I remember you used to play the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
'Cause
I,
everybody
I don't
played
remember
Blitz.
legit playing a
Yeah.
legit match on that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Blitz was it was Blitz, and then like a little bit
Yes.
after came out the Hits one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember like even at the arcades or for the PlayStation or whatever, I remember playing the shit out of that because I
Yeah.
actually grew up playing hockey,
Oh,
so I
hell
ended up
yeah.
playing real.
I'm a
playing
huge
roller-
hockey fan, man.
Yeah, I grew up playing roller hockey, and every time we go out of town, we'd have Hits on.
Hell yeah.
2002, everyone just fucking each other up. And we're having a tournament in fucking Jimmy's room. All right, fucking everybody come over and shit. Man, that's dope. Good
We're all
shit on
playing
that one.
NHL HITZ. Let's fucking go.
Hey, man, that's the next podcast. We're going to sit down and play hits.
Yeah.
Fucking hey.
Go back and forth and take turns knocking each other out. Shit.
Well, no one's gonna score.
I have an external with like a ton of emulators.
Do you know the napkin?
And like ROMs.
I'm sloppy. Sorry.
It's all right. Usually it's me.
Right?
Yeah.
You're the
That's
sloppy.
why I'm like, hey.
You're the sloppy bastard this time, right?
Usually I am.
What about movies? What are some hidden gem movies about you guys?
man.
We've talked about games for a little bit. What about some movies?
I gotta say this, and everybody out there knows.
Oh yeah.
Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
That one's good.
I already knew. I'm like, I know what Vic's gonna say.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
That one's good.
I think the way that it was made and the way shit went down is like never gonna happen again in the story of cinema. Like for fucking what's his name? The Happy Madison guy.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah. For Adam Sandler to be like, yeah, fuck it, go make a movie. I don't want to be in it.
But it's like the Adam
put
Sandler
your name.
crew.
Put my name on it. Yeah.
And like the way that the video game that was featured in the movie never came out. It was supposed to be an actual video game.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I remember it was like an alien guy like shooting shit or
it was
wause
like demon something.
Demonic. It was
demonic.
Called
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, dude, I know that fucking film frontwards and backwards. Because you can't go wrong with a scene where your grandma is asking if you want an ice cream sandwich and it's fucking vanilla with like lettuce and wheat bread. It's on whole wheat with lettuce, and I'm like,
what is going on?
Yeah.
God, man, and that is a good little one. I remember like what was it? The bad, or not the bad guy, but I guess the antagonist.
No, he's the bad guy. JP.
Suck it, churn nugget.
Oh, we were talking about it last week, and we never got back to it, so we're talking about it now.
He had the whole Neo look going, right? With the trench coat and shit.
Hey, JP, how much the clothes cost in the mix?
There's a lot of good little one-liners on there.
Yeah,
those guys are all fucking funny, man.
Yeah,
all those
Jonah
guys.
Hill was in it when he was young as fuck.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so crazy. Now that you look back at that,
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
And Linda Cardellini.
Yep.
God, she's like my fucking
Still
celebrity crush.
Still the best Velma.
Velma, yeah, she was Velma. She was I forgot her name in Legally Blonde. She was the one with the
I don't remember her name.
The curls, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about this is one that I like. Beer Fest.
Oh hell yeah, man!
A lot of people tell like beer. What's
I'm
that?
still waiting for Weed Fest.
Yeah.
Oh right.
I knew that it was just a joke, but I'm like, I'm holding on.
Right.
Cheech and Chong are still alive, please.
Right.
Willie Nelson's still around too.
Yeah.
Right.
Please, before it gets too late.
Yeah.
We still got time.
Yeah.
There were so many one-liners in that movie. Like God, man, that was good. And those guys too are kind of like the Adam Sandler guy. They're all boys.
Yeah.
They're in each other's movies, and they help write each other's shit. And that's cool because it's kind of refreshing that it's a set of guys.
Yeah, it's like a troupe, like a comedic troupe.
Yeah,
like it goes
together
against Hollywood in a general sense, because Hollywood is like, we're gonna find a producer, we're gonna find a writer, we're gonna find,
and then we'll plug in the pieces, right?
Yeah. It's very plug. It's like, look at the MCU, like it's very plug and play.
Yeah,
like they already have motherfuckers from the multiverse ready lined up whenever somebody doesn't want to do a movie.
So, you want to do? We'll find another Captain America. Don't worry about it.
We got someone.
Yeah.
Right? We'll bring them in somehow.
We'll figure it the fuck out.
You don't want to be in the most like profitable fucking movie series.
You could be in a
ever.
movie once every 2 years if you wanted to.
Yeah,
that'd be good to
you'll
go.
be good.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna get merchandising off it. You're gonna get everything that's fucking tied to that name and
Disney.
actor.
Disney.
I know. Got
Exactly.
that Disney money.
You're gonna be at a park for sure.
What about? I got another one for you. Now that I'm looking at my little list. Last Action Hero.
Oh,
who's that with?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
that's an Arnold.
That one.
Okay,
Dude, that one's so dope, man.
That's like one of Arnold's like biggest fucking action movies.
Dude, at that time I remember because it was always. I think, I might be wrong. I don't know if it was before or after True Lies, but Last Action Hero was so dope because he was like in a movie
before.
Yeah, he was in a movie, but I thought there was one point where he takes a truck and he falls into an oil pit and he gets out and he's like wiping himself with just like paper towels and he's not dirty. Oh my god, I thought that was the dopest shit ever.
It was like
I thought it was
the
dope.
pinnacle of like action movies.
Yeah.
where like the cheesy, and then because Arnold's like he's got the one-liners.
Yeah,
that's like one of his biggest things. Oh, you gotta love it. Movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie, man.
that was good. That was good.
I don't
That's
care
a
what you say. That's
No,
Arnold.
yeah.
Arnold.
yeah,
Arnold.
for sure.
I haven't seen it, but I knew like the film.
Yeah.
Like, I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't watch a lot of TV. I
Yeah.
watch weird shit half of the time.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So, but like, definitely, like, I saw a lot of like Schwarzenegger's movies growing up. I don't think I remember seeing that one. That's not the one where he's like the superhero, right?
No,
Okay.
no.
No, that he's like it's weird. Like the movie takes place like in a movie, so a lot of the
Yeah.
stuff he's like an
okay.
actor in a movie. It's like a lot of the stuff is like ridiculous.
It's
And he-
really over the fucking
Yeah,
top.
but he doesn't
okay.
ever get hurt or anything
Yeah.
like that. And yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
I remember that one growing up. I remember looking back. I'm like, damn, that was sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, what?
I,
That's a
I like
shitty
a good
movie.
action film. Like
For
if,
sure.
if I do watch movies, I love comedies, I love action, and I love like fucking like mystery shit.
hmm
Like
Yeah.
like who done it? Like fucking kicks my ass every time.
I want to throw my well, I say it's underrated only because like I think it's only getting like traction for certain things like memeability, this movie. But for the longest time, because I remember watching it growing up, no one knew this movie, even though there was a lot of like big celebrities in it. Was Fifth Element.
Yes.
Oh.
Dude, yeah. Like,
hell yeah, that was a shit.
Dude, I used to
Chris
love this-
Tucker?
Chris
Yeah.
Tucker. Like,
Dog.
I kind of get what you mean though. Like
at the time, it wasn't.
I've never heard people talk about the Fifth Element.
Yeah.
I've heard people meme the fuck out of the
Yeah.
Fifth Element.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now it's
Yeah.
like people know it, but this is like years later. And growing up, because I remember it came out when I was, it was definitely like what in the like later 90s.
Yeah.
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 It was
Yeah.
later 90s. I remember watching it, and I loved that.
That
movie.
dude, that shit was good.
Yeah,
I
and
remember Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Bleach hair, dog.
Yeah.
Bleach hair.
For like the fucking cast that was in it, I was like, this like kind of went over. Like,
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't like received well,
Mm-hmm.
but then it became like one of those like pop culture things
Yeah.
where like
Yeah.
now it's good.
Yeah.
And I go, first of all, fuck you.
Yeah.
This movie was great to begin with.
Right.
I love this movie.
That was a good movie, man.
Yeah.
I
That's really
enjoyed
cool.
the shit out of it. The whole multi-pass thing.
Mhm.
I remember when that Asian guy is like outside of his house, like giving him food. He's like, "Oh, here's your mail." He's all, "Read it for me." You all fired. He's like, "Oh fuck."
What do you say? Confucius say it don't rain twice a day. It's gotta be good luck. He goes, open it for me. He goes, I bet you lunch. All right. And then he reads it. You are fired.
Yeah.
gives him another fucking burrito.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
That shit was good, man. That
Oh,
shit was
man.
good. That's a good one. That's a good one that you
Yeah.
say that.
fucking Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Dude.
He just fucking kills it
He
every
does.
time. Every movie that I've seen, because I've seen like Leon the Professional and shit like
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like anytime he plays a bad guy, like this motherfucker goes hard,
good.
dude.
oh, he's
He,
really
he
good.
goes into his role. Like
Mhm.
he was so fucking
So
good.
him playing fucking Zurg, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, this is. And it just the fucking gun just does everything.
Yeah.
Right. Don't push that red button.
We didn't tell them when they came into the shop not to push the red button. What does it do?
Right.
Bring me the priest.
Oh man, I was gonna say, fuck. There was a movie that I thought of, and then I lost it halfway through because I was like, fuck yeah, Fifth Element. Shit.
I believe in you.
1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go. Fuck. No, I gotta go back to it.
I got one. I
Okay,
got one.
Yeah.
Bloodsport.
Ooh, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Hell yeah.
Jean-Claude Van
That's
Damme.
my
The one with the dust, like when he gets the.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, that's Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Another over-the-top action.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good.
Hell, dude, I love that
Dude,
movie,
I
bro.
can never take Jean-Claude Van Damme seriously.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
I
I don't think you have to. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Especially after he went like super viral in like the early ages of like internet when he got super viral because he was dancing on some like Spanish show.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
like, got like
yeah,
a
yeah.
Fool would
boner.
get down.
Like he got like a boner and like they started pointing it out like on air
Right
and I'm
there.
like
You see that right there?
First of all, that's on him from wearing those pants.
Right?
You got to dress for the occasion.
Right? He did that shit on purpose. Like,
He knew what he was doing.
Hey.
He shouldn't have done that much coke ahead of time.
Right?
I'm kidding. I'm not making
Jean-Claude Van
accusations.
Damme at that point in the 90s. If you're Jean-Claude Van Damme, why do you give a fuck?
Right? You're the fucking man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jean-Claude
He's a
Van Damme
fucking
at
man.
the time was like, fuck.
Hell yeah. I remember Universal Soldier.
Yes.
Bro.
Oh my god.
The
Yeah,
Street Fighter movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Oh
kidding.
my God.
Underrated gem.
I'm gonna go up that river. I'm gonna go up that river and kick my biceps ass so hard. I'm like, oh god.
How do they get Jean-Claude Van Damme to play the most American ass character and it was supposed
From
to
Brussels.
like who thought this was gonna work? Let's get Jean-Claude Van Damme to play Guile. An American Air
America.
Force soldier.
With an
Jesus.
accent.
With an accent. My God. I was like,
Shit, man.
Oh my god. That shit's good.
Oh,
That shit's
man.
good.
I was gonna say,
I would have been better off with Arnold. Sonic Boom.
oh, at least he would have had like the puns.
He
Like-
would have.
Like, I don't know.
Excuse me.
I don't fucking know any Guile puns.
Let me show you my kicks.
Street Fighter animated collaboration. That's underrated.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Don't look that up. You at home,
Yeah,
don't look that
no.
up.
It's
Have you
good,
ever
it's
seen
good.
that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's a Newgrounds thing. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to
Underrated
Newgrounds.
things. Newgrounds at the time when Flash was still around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look it up. Google it.
Yes.
Don't look it up. Look it
Don't.
up. Don't look it up. Look
It's
it up.
funny, but
Don't look it up.
look it up. We
Yeah.
didn't send you that.
It's 'cause there's only one that's like really bad.
Really
like
fucking
it starts off as like people just parroting Street Fighter, and they're all just making like their own animations, and it was like a huge collaboration of like
Yeah.
30 people, that were big animators and Newgrounds at the time, like people like Ego Raptor and like all those shits like that ended up becoming like huge people in other areas. There was just one that's just so
Yeah.
bad.
All the-
Like,
it's just like-
I can't.
There's one that's so
I'm
bad.
trying to not.
It's-
I'm trying to entice everybody
For those
to
of you
go
who
look
know
it
what we're
up.
talking about, you know
Yeah.
what we're talking about. For those
I'm
of you
try-
don't.
I'm trying to entice.
Don't.
I'm trying to entice those people to look it up.
Right?
'Cause-
Look it up, but don't look it up.
Yeah.
But be prepared.
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Just
If
know.
you
Look
if you found it on YouTube, it's not gonna be there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, you can't find the shit on YouTube because they will.
Yeah.
It's heavily fucking censored.
Yeah.
Well, that one is. Everything else is pretty fucking tame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like they're great jokes. They're great puns. The animation's funny as fuck. It's just that one. And we're not gonna say which one.
Right?
Yeah.
You could look it up.
You're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I was gonna say because I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan.
Oh hell yeah.
I was gonna go with Mallrats, but like Chasing Amy, I think is way more underrated as in my eyes because like Kevin Smith actually tried to make like a serious tone with his comedy.
Yeah.
Like he added like a little bit more weight to it, and I think it went very well because like there's no other fucking like rom-com that you're gonna like hear about a fucking Chinese finger trap and that becomes like part of the plot.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It was just so it was just such a weird like dichotomy.
That was the Smith verse.
yeah.
In its prime. Well, in
Right.
its
Well, yeah,
stages.
early stages.
Early Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause it
And I
had
love that.
freaking Matt Damon and
Yeah.
freaking
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Affleck,
Yeah.
yep.
It had them,
Mhm.
and then what came first? Was it Mallrats or Chasing Amy?
Mallrats came first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's when Chasing Amy came out,
Yeah.
and that's why I think you're right in the sense that I don't think it received as much claim as Mallrats did, which I think is unfortunate because
Yeah.
it's a good movie.
Yeah. I will say Mallrats brought me my favorite most favorite Weezer song of all time. It's called Suzanne.
Out of that one. Out of that. Well, when did that movie come out? 'Cause I remember the title, but I've never watched it. I never watched them. Not myself.
1998? I want to say 98. Which one? Chasing Amy?
Yeah.
Might have been 97, I think. Watch, we're both wrong.
Yeah.
No one's right here.
No one's right here. That's what we
Yeah.
have Google.
Yeah. 1997.
Hey!
yeah.
Got it.
I kind of know my shit.
Right?
Yeah.
I know that time period. I know how old I was.
I was there when it was written.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I was there when it was written.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? Like you see that like him as a director or writer or whatever, and then he knows these guys at the time
Yeah.
who like at the time. I mean, this is the coolest thing. And then just like for us, for example, whatever we go on to do in our lives, whatever, we can always say like, "Hey, I remember this fool. We were doing this or whatever." Because that's how a lot of those guys are.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
it's a lot of the guys that you kind of relate to or kind of mess with. They get together to do, like we're talking about the beer fest guys,
Right.
The you know, the Adam Sandler guys.
Yeah, the Sandler verse, as it's known.
Oh,
Yeah. You know,
Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2 and
Yeah,
Grown Ups 3.
yeah, dude, yeah,
Grown Ups all grown
Fuck,
up.
man.
Comes for the Shrekking. I'm sorry.
the Shrek. But it's crazy because you see that kind of old school film and like you would never think that those guys would know each other or relate each other now. But then you look back to
Right.
like those fools were all friends back
Like,
then.
those
Like,
motherfuckers are probably all starving comedians and
Yeah.
lived in one house, like
Right.
7 fucking people.
For sure.
In the 90s.
I think that's how they used to. Like, I think
Yeah.
that's how it used to be. And then
Yeah.
they were all just good friends. And I think Sandler is just the one that.
but he did a good job because he bumped everybody with him.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
like the dopest thing ever because
he took them with
dude.
him, which is great. And then he gave them all roles,
Yeah.
chances. Like,
Yeah.
and then now they're all known for their own comedic
He's
style.
the reason Rob Schneider has a show.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like he brought them all like to give them the screen time, give
Yeah.
them the
Yeah.
credit. Like,
Like,
hey,
he saw
I'll let you do this
something in
movie.
those
Like,
people,
we'll produce
yeah.
it, but do you?
you do your thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
you
all
have
their
to
own-
sell yourself too,
Yeah.
right? You have to sell yourself because like a lot of people get opportunity to sell yourself, right?
not
You
sell
get-
out, Vic.
No,
not sell out.
no, it's because that made me think of Deuce Bigelow,
Oh, nice.
which is
Yeah,
like
you're
kind of
right.
underrated.
That's an underrated one too. That's a huge bitch.
Because it's such a like a '90s movie, and it's
It
Rob
is.
Schneider, so you're like, Rob Schneider this, Rob Schneider that. Like he gets a bad rap sometimes.
Did
But-
you say steak?
But,
No,
like,
mistake.
like in that
That got me
movie-
all excited.
That's good.
I love
Yeah.
that.
That's a good one too. That is
Yeah.
a fucking good one too. No
Yeah.
shit, man.
See,
Now you got my little hamster rolling up in here. Fucking,
Yeah, because there's so much that like meant so much. Well, I don't want to say meant so much, but we're like such a cultural icon for like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or weren't, and it kind of just flew under the radar, and then it got like a cult following. You know, like I've seen that happen a lot with a lot of movies that I watch.
Yeah.
I there's actually this animated TV show that I wanted to bring up, called Mission Hill. I don't know if you guys
Oh
have ever
my
seen it.
god. Yes.
Dude, okay, Mission
Oh.
Hill
Explained.
is a few of the writers when The Simpsons was at its peak. A few of the writers were like, we want to write more stories about like 20-something-year-olds instead of like a family.
Okay.
So a couple of them left and they formed Mission Hill. I think it only had like 1 or 2 seasons.
I think it only had 2 seasons,
Yeah,
and they're
and,
only like 8 episodes.
Yeah,
each.
like 8 to 12 episodes. But
yeah.
the style was, I'm gonna put it all up, by the way, in case you're watching the video. It's gonna
Yeah, you'll
show
see it. If you don't, even if you don't know, you're probably gonna see like the
Yeah.
art and be like, "Oh, I've seen this."
Right.
It's gonna be some obscure memory locked in the back of your head, like, "Oh fuck, I've
Oh.
seen this." Because they used to air it on Adult Swim.
On Adult Swim.
shit, okay.
It was on
Now I want to see. I do remember that. I don't think I remember watching
Yeah.
it, but I do remember
Yeah.
the cartoon look.
and I was a big fan of Brian Posehn at the time. That super
Dude.
nerdy, like the guy from the mailroom clerk from Just Shoot Me.
Yes.
The guy who talks like, I can't do his voice. It's
the
fucking
monotone.
weird. Yeah.
It's very monotone.
Yeah.
He just talks like this. I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
just yeah.
It's like a low monotone, raspy ass voice.
Yeah, but I thought he was fucking hilarious. Like he just played the creepy role so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like he was just super funny. There was a couple other people, but all of the episodes were really like, it was like they were just trying to write for like young adults more. And
Yeah.
I kind of like resonated with that a whole lot more. And like the younger brother was like super nerdy and shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
And it was just super crazy because like the art style was super good. It made me realize that one of like my biggest pleasures in life is seeing curse words written out in cursive.
Oh yeah. They would do that
Whoa.
shit.
Yeah,
Does that say fuck?
like seeing douchebag.
They wrote out
like,
douchebag
yeah,
in
Nice.
cursive.
in cursive. Yeah,
What is that?
yeah.
when would you ever see that in cursive,
Exactly.
right?
And like
Yeah.
that made me like realize like that's like the biggest contradiction. Like
Nice.
like I would love to see people like with the best handwriting just fucking write all these
Right.
fucking
All the
bad
crazy
words.
bad words and
Yeah.
shit. Can I get the C word
Yeah.
in cursive?
Thank you.
Can I get
Line
the
it
C word with the flap at the end?
Holy shit.
Make a good slit there at the end.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I really wanted to part ways right at the end.
Make sure it's nice and moist at the end.
Oh,
with it.
oh.
Yeah.
What's it? Another one? Now that you bring up like kind of like that, like a show that I remember when I was younger was Did you guys ever watch a show called The Brothers Grunt on
Yes.
MTV?
Oh my god, yeah.
That
Like,
was
it's
kind of like
obscure.
it's like a Ren and
familiar.
Stimpy, Ren and Stimpy, but for adults. It was like
Oh,
so
shit.
weird and like the colors and it just looked
Yeah.
like it was like
I don't-
you're on an acid trip.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Watching this shit.
It's funny that you say that because the things I was gonna say. I remember watching it. I couldn't tell you what the episodes were.
No, they were
I
just
just
so
remember
random.
watching like what the fuck.
They were
and
like
then just
burp and
watching it.
fart, and they would travel through the fucking toilets.
Yeah, it was just weird. And I remember just watching like, all right,
Right,
this isn't any weirder than the shit I'm watching now.
right, and that was on MTV. There was another one that was called Big Head.
Oh, I remember Big Head.
Remember that? The guy with the big head and the alien would come out.
Yeah, because that was like part of. I remember only watching it because it was like there was like a block on MTV where they used to have like an animated block.
Yeah.
and they used to have that and Aeon Flux.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hey,
See, there you go. I'm like, see, that's where I was
Hidden
going.
gem! There's that one infamous scene of that girl who's like rubbing on the dude's nipples.
Yes.
And I thought that was the weirdest shit ever because that was like the first time I had ever been introduced to some type of like sexual play.
Yeah, you're all little. You're
And
like,
I'm
what am I watching?
What the fuck is going on? Why
What
is
am I-
she rubbing his nipples?
You
Right.
gotta watch the show, dog. It's all part of the plot.
I remember there was one scene too on Neon Flex. It was like they're all making out and like she grabs like a note out of the guy's.
Yeah. Oh, that show was like overly sexual, but it was like she was like the
Yeah.
what is it? What do you call like the femme fatale? That's what she was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because that's exactly like her role was, and that's why like, I remember when you mentioned that show, I was like, oh, it was all in that same block.
Yeah.
because it used to be that, and then like Big Head, and then Aeon Flux, and then oh my god, I can't remember. It was like this purple guy with like a yellow, like big spike, or something like that. He was a comic book that they made into an animated series, and it showed on MTV, and it got big based
Yeah.
off of that. So I remember that because it was all part of like the same animated block. It was like
Yeah.
Adult Swim before Adult Swim was.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
thing.
And it would be like a late thing too. I
Yes, it
remember.
was definitely
Mhm.
late. That's why I remember like because they were super weird, and I just watched them like, all right.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, so
That
I
takes me
remember
back.
that whole block of shows, and they were all weird. Aeon Flux was weird too.
Yeah, I remember.
So I thought it was
but I
really
would look
made
forward
into
to it because I was like, I didn't know what was I watching, and like the stuff that they would wear and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? I'd feel like uncomfortable, but
Man,
like
these
it.
pants are getting so tight. Is anyone else's pants tight?
I feel funny.
my little champion
I
shorts.
feel like I gotta pee, but that's not gonna help right now. That's what I thought it was weird when they made the live action Aeon Flux. I thought that was weird. Cause like, how are you
yeah.
gonna make that live action? And the live action was just
Yeah. Then
Was
they make a
none of
movie
It was
too.
really
yeah, that's why, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the live action.
Yeah,
that was the
okay.
movie, and I was like, "This is
Not
yeah."
the
They had
same.
Charlize Theron, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was like the only redeemable factor that I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
Charlize Theron.
Isn't it crazy sometimes where they like they'll do anime movies as like a one and done,
Yeah,
hoping that it hits.
Oh yeah.
dude. On that, like, the biggest one that like there's rumors stirring was Alita, Battle Angel.
that
Oh
was-
yeah.
The movie
That
like,
was amazing.
the
In my
live
opinion.
action. Yes, I saw it like 3 times. Me and Cynthia.
Hell
we went
yeah.
to go rewatch that shit.
Hell
'Cause
yeah.
I'm like, this is
I
the
watched that shit
best-
twice.
dude. Fucking
3D, IMAX. 3D.
Oh hell yeah! One time was
my
3D,
God.
and the other one was like the big, like just big ass good audio.
Yeah.
because we just went to go watch it.
Yeah, that's
it
badass.
was a good movie. It was like the best anime from anime to live action
Yeah.
adaptation that I've seen. Like this is pretty fucking good.
That's
And where it
pretty
left off, where I was like, yeah, they could continue it.
Mhm.
And they left it on that note where like there's the sequel, and it was only going to depend on how well it did. And now there is a rumor going on that they actually
And
are
that-
working on.
And
the
that's already been
sequel.
like 2 years, almost 3 years.
But at
2
least it was only recent that I saw like there's still it's in the works. I
Yeah.
was like, that's good. That's
At
good.
least
You
it's
know-
not canceled.
You know, because
Not
I
canceled.
watched when I first like saw it coming out, I was like, oh, this looks badass, and I went and watched it. I didn't know it was a fucking anime, and I went back and watched some of the anime. It was like the movie was perfect.
Yeah.
They did such a good job. Like the average Joe like me, I don't watch much anime. You know what I mean? So as an average Joe like me, I fucking enjoyed the fuck out
Hell
of that
yeah.
movie. I enjoyed the hell.
There's-
The actress that they picked.
Yes.
And, dude, it was so badass, man. I thought it was
The
so
art
cool.
style was a good choice. I feel. I was
Mhm.
like, people thought it was weird. I'm like, no, it's pretty good for like what the anime is.
There's a lot of like stuff that got like ported over that like I think
Thank you,
is
sir.
kind of like I don't want to say underrated, but like it did well as like the Hollywood version of it.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's The Watchmen. I love the
Oh.
Watchmen movie.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That was underrated too,
I
right? Because
don't
it's such a
care.
good story.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the ending. If you still give a fuck about the ending and the Watchmen movie being different than the comic book, then you don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they tied everything up in a bow for the movie.
They weren't gonna because their
It was
original
like a
things-
one and done.
yeah,
thing?
they weren't gonna make a sequel. Their thing was it wasn't gonna be like because granted, I think Watchmen came out around the time where they weren't big on sequels.
No.
They weren't big on
Yeah.
capitalizing as we
Especially-
should leave this on a
Especially the
cliffhanger.
DC
Yeah.
side.
Yes, yeah, and that's what was impressive. And I think that's what made Watchmen stand out more was it didn't need a sequel. It really didn't, because if they tried to stretch it out to go on to what actually happens and all this shit, I don't think it'd have been good.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been anywhere near as
That's
what
why
this movie gave
The
us.
only thing they were able to do is go back to when it was just Rorschach and Owlman.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. I think it's
you're
Owlman.
I might
Night Owl?
Night Owl,
Some
probably.
shit like
sounds,
that?
That sounds a little more
Yeah,
appropriate.
but back when it was just them two, like starting out, and they were like actually going in through like the streets and shit like that and fighting people, because they made a video game about it, and I think they made like a short series TV show
Yeah.
about it. But I didn't fucking watch that shit. I watched the movie and I thought it was great. 'Cause
Yeah, I thought the movie was great.
I read the comic like a few months before it came out because I was super interested. Rorschach seemed really interesting, like super edgy and shit like that. Everybody else just seemed like so fucking good at their roles. The
Yeah.
comedian fucking killed it.
Oh,
I,
dude,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't even know the actor's name, but he was super good.
I can't remember his name, but he was a good actor, and it's
Yeah.
like he doesn't even come out that much in that movie.
Yeah.
For the fact that they kill him off early, but that was all for the sake of the story and
To keep
it was
going.
good.
Yeah.
Like
that-
from where they
that was
picked
so
up the
good.
story to where it ended, and like they kind of tell everything in like flashbacks,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was good because sometimes movies aren't good at that.
Yeah.
This
Like the
Watchmen-
jumping of the timeline kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the way they played it was relative to the story. It really didn't
And-
tell you anything more. Didn't need to tell you anything
and it
more.
followed the comic because spoilers.
Right.
I mean, at
if
this
you,
fucking
if you
point.
haven't seen
Yeah.
Watchmen,
I
at
mean,
this
it's
point,
all
yeah.
old now.
Fucking
like-
yeah,
but
and the
like,
book's been out for
it
fucking how
starts.
long?
It starts off with Rorschach writing in his journal, doing
Yeah.
a voiceover. It ends with him dropping off that journal into the newspaper, and that's where they start publishing all of the stories of what
Mhm.
happened. So like, it all fucking makes sense in fucking the continuity of the universe. And like they couldn't fucking make a sequel about that because everybody's fucking gone.
Right.
Yeah, at that fucking point, yeah. So the movie ended where it needed to.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's what I think it was underrated because it got.
I
a
think
lot
that's
of
pretty good
flack.
too. I mean,
Yeah,
'cause-
it got a lot of flack for it being a good movie.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good too because I remember at the time when I was watching it, when it was gonna come out, I was like, "What kind of superhero shit is it?" Because it was kind of like dark and kind of like I wasn't used to that kind of stuff when it comes like to superhero movies
Yeah.
or whatever. But am I not mistaken? Is it a DC thing?
Watchmen's
Yeah.
DC.
Okay, yeah, and that's one thing I do like about DC. DC does a good job, in my opinion, and I have a good friend of mine. Shout out to my boy Bobby. He always educates me on the whole DC world. I'm a Marvel guy. I'm a
Word.
Marvel guy, right? So
Word.
right? So the whole DC world, he like, he blows my mind. But anyways, like DC, I like it because it's more like dark and darker
It's
story,
gritty.
gritty.
It's-
Yeah,
They did a
I
whole
like it.
180.
Yeah.
DC started off as like, we're America's
We're the
comic
superhero
company,
team
yeah.
of America.
like squeaky clean. Everybody was super squeaky clean. And then
so they
like,
had Justice Friends,
Yeah.
Justice League of America, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And then at some point they just went, no.
yeah.
well, it probably wasn't working for them because a lot of the stories, from my understanding, are pretty dark anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
for the
I was gonna
origin,
might as
say,
well
yeah.
might as well embrace it, kind of thing,
I
right?
was gonna say, I don't think
Why
it's
sugarcoat it?
I don't think
Mhm.
it's underrated with like comic book fans, but I feel like in general it is kind of underrated. Is Batman's animated film The Killing Joke?
Oh my god, yes.
Like that shit gave me the fucking chills,
Mhm.
man. Like
it was meant
that
to.
was-
the book,
yeah.
the story. The story itself is meant
yeah,
to do that. And the animated, first of all, DC's animated movies.
they're
Fucking
better than their
great.
live action.
Yeah.
well, most of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
They kill it like every
Yeah.
time. Like, and the Killing Joke, like the animated movie, is on par with what the story was. It's like
Yeah,
it was meant to give you that message of like, this is the fucked up side of like being a sidekick.
Yeah.
Being like this villain that you don't want to take care of. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. It's you're right.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones too. Like, fuck.
I
can't remember. I was like,
it's super
Oh, I
crazy.
remember when I watched it, I was
It's
like,
super
oh
good.
god, my soul.
My soul. My soul.
Yeah.
Real quick, we changed gears to Santa Fe Brewing Company's Social Hour, which is a hazy wit style brew with tropical fruit.
Oh.
Dude, hell yeah, we're keeping the tropical theme
Dude,
going.
like
Hell yeah.
I've been lately, like just me personally, I'm an IPA guy, just like you, whatever,
Yeah.
right?
What?
But the hazy ones are like for some reason just hit the right way for me.
Oh, I should have
gonna
brought the
lie.
juicy.
Yeah,
Oh,
juicies
should've
are
brought
good.
the
The Ranger
juice.
one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
that
Yeah,
was
man.
super
But
good.
this one, I was actually, Santa Fe's actually in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
So I was up there and I got it on draft maybe 2 years back, and goddamn, man, I don't know about you guys. Would you guys ever have like beer on draft? Do you guys think is better or
Yes.
can? Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially
I go draft anytime I
especially-
can.
Yes.
If it's like a brewery or someplace that takes their beer seriously
I want it on draft.
and they have like a good like conditioning system, like air condition AC, like cooler system for their kegs and shit like that, and it comes out ice cold like that, I fucking love that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't know that that's how it was supposed to be. I've actually have a friend of mine, one of my best female friends. Her brother actually is a brewer. He used to work at Jackson's. You remember
Oh,
Jackson's back in the
shit,
day?
Yeah.
He was a
Back in
brewer
the day on
there.
Fairway?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
And then now he lives in Dallas. He works actually for Community after that beer that I brought you guys.
oh,
Oh,
hell yeah.
shit.
He's
yeah.
actually a brewer there. But anyways, like I would always talk shit like, fucking tastes better in a bottle. He's like, bro, bottle or can is like after process. Like if you get it from a keg, that's like the freshest and it's
Mhm.
supposed to.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be
I'm
that
not
way.
saying it's bad,
It's not bad,
but
but yeah,
there's better.
there's a
Yeah.
better. Like I've had beers where I've had it on draft and it just tastes that much crisper or
Yeah.
it tastes better.
Yeah,
And like
for
when I
sure.
had this one, I was like, damn. The can one is good. Don't get me wrong. But when I had it on draft, I was like, God dang, it just tastes like it hit different. It hit different. I was like, God damn.
I agree. There's a lot of beers that do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like just on drafts, just gonna be better. 9
Yeah,
times
like
out of 10.
Milwaukee's best on draft. I'm just playing.
I'm like, sure. I wasn't gonna disagree.
Bro.
with you.
You're
I was
like, hold on a
well,
second. You're the guest.
maybe.
Hold on. you mean to tell me I could take one can of these
Hold on. I gotta,
and like smoke a bowl and just die? Hell yes, I want to do that.
hold on. I want to ask, who's serving it on draft? I'm like, on that note,
Who's
who the
serving?
fuck is serving this on draft?
They just take it from
Milwa-
the cans
yeah.
and pour it into the kegs.
It's just
Like
a straw
that.
system that just takes it out of a bucket.
Holy shit! Like,
It's just sitting on ice in the
dude,
back
there
somewhere.
was this guy I used to work with, man. I used to travel a lot for work, and there was this guy everywhere we went. 30-pack of Milwaukee's best. And I'd be
Hey, I
like,
mean,
I'm my bro.
to each their own, right?
I know, and I would give him shit about it, but I was like, he likes what he likes, fine, whatever, right? I'm like, bro, a 30-pack for $10 is probably not the best.
Yeah.
He's
There's
like,
a reason why it's $10.
but you get 30 beers out of it. I'm all, yeah, but I'd rather drink
Or they get
3 of
tossed,
these,
or they get
Yeah.
tossed on 6.
right?
Yeah.
Right? You fucking have to go to the bathroom every other goddamn beer.
Exactly, right? It's like I'd rather get tossed on 6 and be okay with what I paid
Mm.
than I paid $10 for these 30 beers. You're gonna cleanse your system first of all,
Right.
so I guess good on you on that.
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't think you're gonna enjoy any second.
It's a lot of water bread and fucking piss.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the bottom of the barrel. From my understanding, like Natural Light, Milwaukee's Best, all that stuff, it's what's left over at the bottom, and then they make that into a beer. If you guys didn't know that.
I did not know
Is that true?
I would not want to.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
Milwaukee's
drink that,
Best.
so I wouldn't
Milwauke's
know.
Best.
I already don't drink it.
I think
Yeah.
Milwaukee's Best is what's left over from Coors Light.
Oh,
shit!
dude.
I forgot. I got to double check.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much a lot of those beers. It's like what's left of what
like
they
the
can.
mash and all that shit that's left.
Yeah,
that's
they
fucking
can try to
gross.
get out of it, and
Is
that's
that
why.
is that why it tastes like piss?
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
much.
so.
I'm just
Mhm.
saying.
Oh, I was gonna say like an underrated beer on draft is Guinness.
Ah, fuck, that's not underrated.
Compared to a can or bottle
Alright,
of
you might be
Guinness?
right. Alright, you might be right.
The only
like-
time I have Guinness is like during fucking St. Patrick's Day.
No, okay.
Irish
How
car bomb.
dare-
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a good beer, but it's not a go-to beer for me.
It's only because I'm the opposite end of the spectrum on this table, where I'm all stouts.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm stouts. I'm porters.
I like porters.
Thank you.
Porters are good.
Like, I usually go for more darker beers. That's not to say I won't, because that's why I'm glad you mentioned hazies. Because since we started the show, I didn't do IPAs. I didn't fuck with them.
Mhm.
I couldn't even told you what was a good IPA. But he's introduced me to hazies and like New England IPAs, and
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, okay, these ones I do like.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could handle that. It's the over hoppiness on some IPAs that just
Too much. Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
I'm like, I will not do
Yeah.
that.
Like they get like some of the like my wife. She's like, no, I don't like the IPAs. She'll just say that IPAs. Is that an IPA? Like we jokingly say, but like some of them are like terrible. Not terrible, but
it's all pine and hops.
It's kind of like an acquired taste.
Yeah,
It's an
It's
acquired taste for sure.
and that's what dude. That's what I told him. It's because
Yeah.
for IPAs and a lot of sour shit, it's going against fucking thousands of fucking years of programming that your fucking ancestors were like, this shit is sour and probably
Yeah.
poison. You know, like it goes against that
So much
shit.
you're saying nature's proving true to me right now.
Right?
Don't drink it, son.
Don't drink this. Don't drink
It's
this.
kind of like menudo. Like menudo's
No,
an
my
acquired
ancestors
taste.
told me different about menudo.
But yeah, but it's an acquired taste. Like
Yeah.
there's
Oh yeah, that's
when
true.
I lived in Phoenix, like I invited my friends that I met there to like go, and even some of them were even Mexican and stuff like that. But I'm like, hey, let's go get some menudo and shit like that. Fucking could not stomach like the meat or anything like that.
The stomach of the stomach?
Yeah.
Yeah. you gotta have the stomach for
Yeah,
stomach.
Right,
bro.
you got
Yeah.
some of the stomach.
And then I was like, all right, you guys can stick to pozole, and I'll
Yeah, there you
get
go.
Right.
I'll
There you
get
go.
The
menudo.
hominy and
Yeah.
shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Acquired taste. Acquired
Yeah.
taste for sure.
It's true.
Well, going back to the stout thing, like they're like I'm not much of a stout, like imperial stouts or things like that. I don't know, just
and I get that only because that's not for everybody.
yeah. But
And
that's cool that you like that's your thing. Like
that's why
what
I'm
you
like on that. I'm like Guinness. I'm like, that's a normal thing for me. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all gonna depend because I'll be honest. There's most days where like I'll want to go out for a stout. I'll probably end up getting the stout only because that's the safest bet for me. But I'll usually try and venture out to like a blonde or an amber,
Okay.
like more of an
Yeah.
ale. Because
Yeah,
I want to get something.
Take it easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
stouts are definitely filling.
Yeah, and that's good
Yeah.
because like we've really grown out as like beer people,
Mm-hmm.
and I really got into like sours and even ciders, like just experiencing like all fucking like spectrums
of it.
of the
Yeah.
beer, you know, and it's super good because I used to hate sours. I used to
Yeah.
hate ciders. Like I thought it was super sweet and super sour, respectively. You know,
Yeah.
like just fucking. Ugh. And then
Yeah.
I started trying out like shit. Like, okay, you know what? That flavor sounds good. Like there was a cherry limeade sour that I fucking loved.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
What about some shandies?
Oh, I fucked with the
shandies?
Little
shandies.
little
Dude,
summer
I could-
shandies.
I could sit in a
Those are
kiddie pool.
refreshing. Those are refreshing as fuck.
I could
Mm.
sit in a kiddie pool and then just drink shandies.
Right.
The missus like shandies.
Yeah. Well,
She
that's the
likes
thing too. Is
shandies.
like now we're all talking about beer. Like
Rattlers.
I was always
Fair.
yeah, Rattlers were good. Like growing up, I mean, I would always everybody was drinking Bud Light, Miller
Yeah.
Light,
Uh-huh.
Coors Light. I mean, I would party in Juarez when it was safe. We would just drink Coronas, Indio, and I was kind of like fucking Carta Blanca and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then I started getting a little older, and I had older friends, so they would always be drinking different shit, and I'm like, ugh, that's fucking nasty. But how you were saying, like you get to a certain point where like you're more open to try it. So one of my things is like I'll try it, but that doesn't mean I'll try it again. Like if I like it, I like it. Like the sours,
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
For
Oh
me.
no, I get it.
I
It's
used to
not for
try
everyone.
like, dude, Heffenweisens.
It's
were
not
like
for
my
everyone,
shit.
Vic.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, Heffenweisens were my thing, but now
Oh,
I'm
dude,
like,
F's are good.
but I
fucked this
can't.
guy up. I got Victory's sour monkey,
Triple
which is
sour.
a sour triple.
Oh
So
my
it was just
God.
like
that
just
was a rough
straight up
episode
like
for me.
drinking
I
a
don't do
warhead.
sours.
Yeah, it was like
Those are for
drinking
the
a
guests,
warhead.
don't
Oh
worry.
yeah, dude, you're not the first. You won't be the last.
Nice.
That mouse pad is a fucking whore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every guest is like,
Come
hey,
here.
hey, is this
Come
for?
here.
And I'm
Is
like,
this for everybody?
Come
Yeah. You are the
I feel
first
like you just
person
gave
who's
yourself
done
the
that.
Arabian
yeah.
goggles. But like consensually, so it's
Right?
okay.
Is it okay?
Teabag night. Just like
Takes me back to my
teabag
Halo
days.
2 day.
like dip potato chip.
What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, he fucked me up on a triple sour.
Yeah, triple
Yeah.
sauce.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it was super bad, man. Like I knew he wouldn't like it, and I was like, I'm gonna.
It's because
Fucking
this is for me.
it's the point that like we're trying beers that we may or may not like.
Yeah.
Right.
But like it's something we want to.
Like
Try.
there's been
That's
some
cool, though.
There's been some
That's
barrel
cool.
aged shit that he's gotten that I'm
my
like,
God,
I can't, dude.
Well, like the other day I was at a liquor store where I live, and they were doing little taste tests. So like, oh, this is aged barrel bourbon, blah blah stout. No, thank you.
yeah,
I'd have been
Dude,
like, fuck yeah.
I would
man.
much rather
It's like
drink
18%.
if
Fuck yeah,
I'm gonna drink anywhere in the 10 to 18% mark, I'm gonna have some fucking wine or I'm gonna have a fucking barley wine.
Jesus.
That's
like-
true.
Like it's just
I'm not
either
mad at
or.
that, that's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that'll fucker you up. That's what I say.
Yeah.
It'll fucker you
yeah,
up.
but at least it won't fucking feel like I'm eating a whole ass fucking slab of grain
Right.
and wheat.
Wheat?
Yeah.
Wheat?
Oh, wheat.
Wheaten?
Yeah.
Will Wheaton?
Wheat?
Yeah, I
Wheat
just
thing?
feel like I'm eating a beer.
Wheaten?
I will say that the Temptress, there was a
Hey.
French toast version
Oh
that
my
was
God, the
super
French
fucking
toast. That one was
good. Yeah,
fucking
that's
good.
like the best fucking stout that I've ever had.
Yeah, that one was Lakewood makes some solid stouts.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they made the
Underrated.
Temptress, which is like chocolate, and then the Temptress French and they're coming out with a s'mores one.
oh fuck, that's good.
Fucking when I was talking to them at that beer fest, they're like, "Yeah, we have a s'mores one that's gonna hit here
Oh,
like
yeah.
in the next month." I was like,
Nice.
"Fucking, where can I subscribe? I want to
Set
find
it up.
out.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Can I get on your friends list?
I have a podcast. Oh,
Yeah. I'll promote you guys.
We'll promote you guys.
Right.
Take a 6-pack. You want my address?
Yeah.
Anything you want.
What do you want? Look, I don't want to say I have to suck a dick,
Right. But I just might.
but let's talk.
That's
Work
funny
the
shit.
shaft, cradle the balls, and swallow the grain.
I've never sucked dick for beer. I have gotten beer as a gift.
It's different.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Good shit,
man.
man. I'm having fun with you guys,
Yeah.
but I appreciate you having
Dude,
me.
I didn't realize that we had been running for so long, but
Hell
I'm
yeah,
super
man.
glad.
Yeah, this is good
Cheers,
shit,
man.
man. This is good.
Cheers, man. Thank you for the beer too, man. Like this is, I have to look. If you want to replay that me in the later time, I had to look at the can because I was like, "What the fuck is this again?"
Yeah, man. That's
'Cause-
just good. That's
yeah,
good.
man.
I mean,
It
you know,
is
we're
good.
talking. Yeah, we're talking about how we're talking about beers or whatever. And I used to travel a lot for work. Where I used to do, I would be gone for like 2-3 weeks at a time. And one of my things that I would do is like try local beers everywhere I went. Like that was my thing because I was open to the beers and like it might have sucked, but I at least tried it. Like, oh, this is a local brewery. I'm like, this is a local brewery. Oh, this is great. So like
Mhm.
I would go to Albuquerque a lot. You know, every month I would go to Albuquerque.
Oh,
so
they
I
got breweries up the wazoo.
dude, it's so crazy. Like Albuquerque's little capita of area of, dude, it kills El Paso.
They have like 4 times our brewery.
Dude, it's so crazy,
Yeah.
man. It's so
Yeah.
crazy. But every time I went somewhere else, I would try it. Like even I went to the Marble. I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Marble Double White.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Oh
a-
my
that's a
god,
good
Marble
go-to.
Double White's good.
They
Yeah, man.
collaborated with the Aurelias, our very own
They
El
did.
Paso's Aurelias,
Mhm.
and the beer came out fucking crazy. Aurelias has been doing some crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
They have a rice beer, like a traditional like Japanese beer
Yeah.
with like rice and some other Japanese word that I don't remember. But
Like,
it,
like
it
the
has,
simple
it
ingredients
has
kind
like
of thing.
lemon and like some other shit. And dude, it tasted
That one
so
was good.
fucking good. We had it at the beer fest.
Were you there when that day?
Yeah,
I didn't get.
but I
didn't
showed
get,
up late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I ran into you, he wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
Nice,
No,
nice.
yeah, I showed up late. For reasons that I'm not gonna talk about.
Right.
On the podcast.
No, but I think that like, was it me or just like it was not packed? But it was good though.
I feel like it was big enough that it didn't feel packed
Yeah.
because when I got there and I started walking around to try to find them. I went to like the food place section and it was like that was fairly full. I looked at
because
all,
everybody
like,
was drunk when you got there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at
By the time he showed up,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's
and
true,
I
actually.
went to like the cider line, which was
Yeah.
super huge,
Yeah.
like always. And then I went downstairs to like the actual like civic center area,
Yeah.
and like there was a good amount of people chilling outside, good amount of people chilling
Yeah.
inside.
It was good, like spread out. Now that you
Yeah.
said that, it was
Yeah.
good because we went early. I did the VIP thing because all the other we've gone every year, and like we had one friend do the VIP thing. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna pay fucking $80. He's like, dude, you get food, you get this, and this. I'm like, oh, okay, full bet. So we went. My wife paid for them, but then I got postponed or whatever because of the whole COVID thing.
Oh yeah.
So when we went, they had Dead Beach provided food for us, and there was unlimited drinks from Dead Beach there.
Oh
in that little
shit.
area.
Oh fuck.
So for
man.
$80,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
I would drink and eat the difference.
Yeah, man.
There you
Because
go.
we didn't know what the VIP like passes
well, the
were
convenience
about.
was
Yeah.
because like you come up those
Those
you
stairs right
come
there,
up, yeah, you
right?
get out of the garage and the stairs are right there, and that was a VIP thing.
Yeah.
And then we're just
Remember
like,
when I came out like, are you VIP? No.
you gotta go all the way the
Let
fuck
me go that
around.
way. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I
No,
fucking-
but yeah, man, it just like not that I'm balling or anything, but the convenience fee and like
Humble
what you
brag.
get, what you get out of it, I was like, oh shit, like I can't go backwards now. Anytime that comes up, got to do the VIP for that one. But
Well, that's good to know. I didn't know that about
yeah,
that.
but they had, I think
Yeah.
they had a good job of all the different kind of breweries in places there and like different
For
things.
sure.
Yeah, they had like a lot of. They had over 100 people.
Yeah, I
like
was like-
different breweries.
I was like, oh shit, like let me
Yeah.
try this shitty ass beer. Okay, I won't try to.
like I legit tried beer. For sure, I tried beer I have never heard of. Like, but it was like from breweries that I've heard of. Where I was
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like, oh, what the fuck's that? I'm like, yeah, let me try that. Like that's
Yeah.
I haven't tried that.
Well, that's
What's
the
that?
cool thing too, man. When I saw you there and we had talked about it, I mean, I'm not a beer connoisseur kind of thing, but I know enough about beer and I enjoy it. And I always tell people like it's an acquired taste, just like anything. Like all my buddies, they drink liquor. I'm not a liquor guy. Oh, you don't know they like this, dude. I don't mess with liquor, but beer, I got you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I got you on the beer game, but anything when it comes to liquor, I'm not much of a know too much about it. But speaking of liquor, one of the liquors I mess with right now is Jim Beam Vanilla
Ooh.
on ice.
Holy
Ooh.
shit!
On ice.
Ooh, that's
What if
good.
we mix it?
The
It's like,
orange?
it's like a creamsicle,
I like how you had the pinky out like that.
like an orange cream.
Because it's classy as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's
Hey.
classy.
Because my thing
I was
right now
pointing- I was pointing to
is
it.
because in case you're wondering, so on our show we have our staples, which is like our go-to liquors. My old one used to be Jim Beam's Red Stag.
Okay. Oh,
I mean, I
that one's
still
pretty
love
good.
Red Stag.
Yeah, Red Stag's pretty
Red
good.
Stag was like my
pretty good.
ish
Mm-hmm.
for years, and then Jameson came out with Jameson Orange. Let me fucking tell you. Look how far this bottle's down.
Right? I just got it yesterday.
Got it over the weekend, to be honest with you. And then
Yeah.
someone got me another fucking bottle right over
Nice.
there.
I've never seen that one.
It is. I mean, if you like orange, I'm not gonna lie. If you like orange, you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's not even like a sweet orange. It's like just the rind.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
It's zest. Oh my god, it's fucking
Yeah.
good. So that's why when you said Jim Beam Vanilla, I'm like, I've had all the Jims. I'm a big whiskey guy, whiskey
Okay.
bourbon guy. So yeah, Jim Beam Red Stag was mine because it's like it's good, cold, hot. It goes with anything.
Yeah.
And I've had the orange. I'm like, fuck. And his is Gentleman's Jack because
Yeah. Gentleman's
He's a
Jack's
gentleman.
good too.
Yeah, I love Gentleman's Jack. The other thing that I'm super obsessed about, and I will never give it up, is fucking Jägermeister. Like, I'm a huge Jaeger fan,
Oh
dude.
my god.
Ice
He
cold
really
Jägermeister.
is.
Really?
Ice cold Jägermeister.
You remember the machines they would have?
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Dude.
I want that for my house.
I almost bought one like years
Like a
ago.
chiller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's
Where they put
upside
the
down.
bottle on
Yeah,
top?
yeah,
Yeah.
It's upside down.
Dude,
and it
I
serves
want
it at
one.
like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And
Fucking
they
A.
have like different versions of it too.
You can do a triple
yeah,
one?
Yeah.
Oh my
I've
god.
seen that. I almost bought one.
There's a Jägermeister coffee.
Oh, the cold brew.
The cold brew.
I've
Dude,
seen
you
it.
mix
I
that
haven't
in
had
with your
it
With
coffee.
alcohol?
You mix that in with your
Yes.
No
coffee.
shit.
Holy shit, man.
Jesus.
I haven't had Jaegers. I've had Jameson's cold brew.
Yeah. Oh, that one's really good
Yeah,
too.
I've had
yeah.
Jameson's
You guys are
cold brew.
blowing my mind with this shit.
You're fucking.
Dude.
That's why you're on the show.
that's
That's part of what this
Yeah.
show's
Hell
about.
yeah, man. That's a cool thing, man. It's just like we all start talking about like different things that we like or whatever. And
Yeah.
like, oh, you start learning from each other and shit like that. That's dope. I
Hell
like
Like
that.
yeah.
my
man.
chill days when I'm like, well, obviously I don't have to go to work. Like when I make my Irish coffee, it's it's my coffee with Jameson cold brew and some Baileys
Yeah.
What?
and just
I
kinda,
actually
ooh.
I actually
Ooh.
like I could give or like I don't really care whether it's like Bailey's or Kahlua
Well, like a
as
cream.
long as it
Yeah.
says something
Yeah.
creamy like instead of like an actual like because I hate how sweet like actual creamers are
yeah.
like I hate how fucking sweet they are I
sure.
love like just I usually drink coffee black, but if like I want to add a little zest in my life,
Right.
you know, I add
Put a little bit of creamer up in there.
But I
Yeah.
love like the peppermint stuff and like stuff that makes it taste like just a little bit different. You
Yeah.
know? Like
You should try the peppermint rumchata
oh hell yeah.
for that peppermint bite to
Yeah.
your coffee.
No, yeah.
Bite.
Like I think mint is underrated. Mint chocolate ice cream is my fucking favorite, dude.
I'm gonna have to say you're in your own boat. I'm not gonna agree with you on
No,
that.
that's fine.
I'm not a big mink. I don't hate it. I'm not a big mink.
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I've
It
just
happens,
never
man.
been a big mink. I've tried it and I'm like, I just don't get it.
White chocolate mint.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
just give me the.
Hey,
I'm good.
chocolate's
Yeah,
good,
fuck
man.
no.
he
good.
He
It's
said,
fucking
"Fuck
good."
no."
Fuck no.
And Heath is underrated. Heath bars are
Oh
underrated.
no, those are pretty good too.
English
Heath
toffee
bars?
is fucking
Those are pretty good,
man.
Those are pretty good.
The English would disagree because it wasn't underrated to them. They were like, this was always the best thing because it's English. I don't know.
Oh man,
I'm not gonna die on this hill. I'm just making an argument.
I was gonna bring up underrated music because we were already fucking going into the 2-hour mark, so I don't fucking care. We're gonna talk
I know.
about
We're,
everything.
hey, I think we're bullshitting so much. We'll just keep it going.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about all media.
Okay.
At this point, there's this motherfucking rapper named Aesop Rock, not ASAP Rocky. I know you fucking people in the comments are gonna fucking talk shit. There's nobody who's gonna talk shit. They're like, I don't know who you're talking about.
ASAP Rock.
Yeah, AESOP, like the Fables, Aesop,
Okay.
and Aesop Rock, ROCK. This dude has been making like mixtapes and like really verbose rap since like 1999.
Yeah.
Underground kind of thing.
Yeah, and he's from New York, straight up from New York. Like this dude straight up is like the most fucking like well-versed like rapper by a mile. Like not even like Wu-Tang or like any like Nas or anybody like gets close to his vocabulary
kind of thing.
Yeah, like they don't get anywhere. Like MF Doom doesn't get close to his vocabulary. This
True.
motherfucker uses like,
R.I.P.
uses words like Shazbot, which you would get from like tribes and like all that shit. Like he uses those fucking words. Like he brings out chakras, all that shit. Like he says like the craziest fucking words and he makes them fit. He's a really weird dude, but his music is just like if you want to feel big brained and just like listen to like somebody rap their fucking life out to you and you need like 7 listens to understand what the fuck he meant. Like that Aesop Rock's your guy.
not for me.
Well, he's actually gotten
So not for me.
His later
Small
work,
brain here.
his later work has gotten a lot more approachable. Like he made a song about his fucking cat. It's called Kirby. It's super fucking funny.
Curvy or Kirby?
Kirby. Like
I'm gonna have to look that shit up,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. It's super crazy. I recommend it to people because it's like the opposite of what's popular with rap now.
For sure, you introduced me to Aesop Rock and Run the Jewels.
Oh, Run the Jewels was gonna be another underrated.
Oh, well,
fucking-
the fucking
Run the
nigga. I
Jewels
was
is
like,
dope.
you
Yeah.
definitely introduced me to that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey.
And
fucking-
it's not that Run the Jewels is underrated, is that like each of them individually has been like very overlooked in the rap game for over like 20 fucking years. LP has been cranking out shit in New York for fucking 20 years. He was part of Def Jux. He was part of a bunch of fucking shit.
Mhm.
He made his own label,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Was the other guy Mike? Something
Killer Mike?
Killer Mike.
Dude,
Yeah, I
I've
remember.
been a fan of Killer Mike ever since
Yeah.
he was on The Whole World with Outkast.
Oh, yeah, you're
Because they're the ones who put him on the map, dude. And I still fucking remember where he talked about it in an interview and he was like, yeah, I made my verse and all this shit and I was about to leave and I saw like Big Boy and Andre
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
were still like oh well, we think we can make this better, and they kept rewriting their lines and shit like that, and like that kind of opened up his eyes and shit like that, and I was like, man, like that's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Like you don't have like you don't see that a lot in hip hop, you know. Like fucking, I've heard that like Eminem treats his fucking rhyming like a 9-to-5 job. Like he works on it, takes his like half-hour lunch, and then like if it's time to clock out, no matter if the song's done or not, it's time to clock out.
It's time to yabba dabba do out this bitch.
Yeah, but that fool's masterful when it comes to that kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. So like now you're talking about underground. Oh, I mean underrated
yeah.
underrated music. Like me, I'm a big underground hip hop fan or rap fan.
Yeah. Hell
Like
yeah.
one of my favorite rap artists is Tech Nine.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, Tech Nine is like, and
Hey.
here's the thing about Tech Nine. He doesn't get he's not on the radio and blah blah blah.
No.
But people know who the fuck he
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
he's got
Like, if
respect
you're
on
in the
his name,
game,
man.
You're
You-
in the
you know who
game.
Tech
You know
Nine
who
is.
Tech Nine is. He
When
might
he-
not be on the radio or selling as much as you, but you
No.
know who the fuck he is. Because when you hear him,
All you have to hear is like I ain't.
like I ain't, yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yep.
He's like, he made a song with Tupac.
Yeah.
He made a
Yeah.
song, dude. He goes off,
Yeah.
and everybody forgets that
with
was
Eminem,
been around a minute. Yeah,
he
Yes.
fucking went and did shit with fucking
Hell
Slipknot
yeah.
or
Hell
Corey
yeah.
Taylor.
Yes.
Like this motherfucker,
He's
like,
fucking
he
been
did this shit
around.
Hell yeah.
independent, man.
Yeah.
Like he
and
was
that's the thing
super
too.
good.
Is like, you know, underground thing. Because I've always, and you know, talking about underrated or whatever, people might give me shit about this, but I grew up listening to ICP. And St. Cloud Posse in middle school.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody looked at me like I was crazy. Clowns and blah blah blah.
We
But
dude,
the-
no,
the-
we have juggalos in our friends group.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I liked it to me because it was different and it wasn't on the
Yeah.
radio.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I would it opened my like ear to like different types of music other than it was on Power 102
Yeah.
at the
for
time
sure.
or whatever. And then my brother would listen to a lot of like grunge or whatever at the time, but when he played ICP, the first song I heard, "What Is a Juggalo?" And I was like, well, I think I was like 12 years old or 11 years old. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I didn't understand it, but I liked it because it was different.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, that
Yeah.
was it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Sometimes that's all it takes to sell you something.
Yeah,
like
man.
it's like this isn't what's out there.
Yeah.
This isn't the norm.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
you're like, but this sounds good. Like you're like,
Yeah.
I like this.
Mhm.
And then
No, yeah.
sometimes that's all it takes to get you down that path to be
Hell
like,
yeah,
I
man.
want to hear that. I want to
Yeah.
go. I want to see more of this shit.
Like
Mhm.
new metal is the only reason I got into rap music.
Fuck yeah.
Like I started listening like Korn and Slipknot and
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like they were
Yeah.
dope as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I never
I-
hated on them.
Yeah.
They made fucking catchy ass music.
Fuck
you
yeah, they
know?
did.
And
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
I got
dude.
big
And then-
into Slipknot. You know that.
yeah,
shit.
and then well yeah, me too. And then
Me
I
too.
got into shit like lesser known shit like Head PE and
Hell
like
yeah,
those
Head
people,
PE.
those people who were like really like
Hey
taking-
bartender, hit me with another. Hell yeah. Fuck
like,
yeah, dog.
the people who were really turning up that like rap metal stuff
Yeah.
to like 11 who were like really fusing that shit. Yeah, that made me get into like fucking Anthrax and fucking Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Very underrated.
Fucking Aerosmith and Run DMC.
Yeah.
Like that got me into that. And
Yeah.
then from there I got into hip hop. From there I was like, all right, I'm listening to Big E, who's still one of my favorite fucking artists of all time.
Yeah.
You know, I fucking listened to Big Pun. I was a huge Big Pun fan. Like fucking Fat Joe, like big people.
Yeah.
I always fucking like, hey,
You're not a player, you just crush a lot.
Yeah. And like I just like that is what opened my fucking like ears to it, you know? And that's when I started realizing like it's not that like I think like genres that I don't listen to are shit. It's just that I haven't heard enough to like get the ones that I do like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't like country, but I still fuck with Johnny Cash and George Strait like
Yeah.
every fucking day, you know?
Mhm.
Like it's just shit like that that just makes you fucking open.
I can
up your-
respect that too, because I remember. I mean, I was naive and stupid or whatever. Like, I'm like, people listen to country. What the fuck? And I remember one time, Violent J of ICP is like, "Hey, I don't like country, but Garth Brooks is selling out stadiums.
It's true.
There's a reason that fucker's doing whatever the fuck he's doing. You're right. I mean, you might not like it, but a million other people do. So
Yeah,
why
Yeah,
the
that
fuck?
too.
Why the fuck do you care about that kind of music? If you don't like it, don't
Yeah.
talk shit about it. You don't know about it.
Yeah.
So it's not
Move
your
on.
thing.
Yeah.
It's not
Isn't
your
that
thing.
The fucking craziest shit that the people who make like the most obscene and like out there music are like, dude, just fucking be tolerant with each other.
Right?
Like, what's
If you don't like me, you
Yeah.
don't like me. But you don't have to talk shit about me either, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, because there's people that do like me. Like you gotta
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
it. There's
Exactly.
people that don't like your shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
fucking. Not everyone's gonna like. There's a lot of people I know that don't like country, but you're right. That shit sells out.
Fuck yeah.
Mhm.
Those seats.
Are
if
you
their seats
killing me?
Filled.
Are you kidding me? Right?
I hope not.
Right? Right? There's 1 million people there. At the rap concert I'm at, there's 100 people.
Yeah. Like, so
You know?
obviously there's people who like it.
Yeah.
They're willing to fucking pay and stand in this big ass crowd for it. So, yeah, I think there's people that like this shit.
Yeah, there's a
No
reason.
matter what your opinion
There's a
is.
reason
But that's
why
why it's an opinion.
That's
Yeah.
why they can charge $200 for their tickets.
Right? No
Hell
shit,
yeah,
man.
and
It's
it'll
like,
sell out.
It's like fucking going to Interpol, dude. Oh man.
A lot of underrated stuff on this episode. I love it.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Hell yeah.
I had a
Good
lot
shit.
of fun.
You guys are underrated.
No.
Yeah, we ain't no runner. We ain't no runner.
Nah.
We ain't underrated. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys having me
I
on.
think we're
man.
overrated.
Fuck yeah,
to be
man.
honest with you. I think we're overrated. To be
It's
honest
funny.
with you.
You say that. It made me think of something randomly. There was this group called Potluck. It was
Okay.
a really big dude and a really small dude. And then me and my buddy.
Was
he's
one pot, one luck?
no right.
I'm-
Well, one
I'm
guy
just
was
asking.
Yeah.
one guy was 1 ton. His name. He was a big guy. 1 ton. And then the-
Was he Asian?
No. And
Oh,
the
okay.
smaller
Missed
guy,
opportunity.
the smaller guy was underrated. And then me and my buddy at the time, he's a big dude, I'm a small guy. We met them. And I was like, hey, man, we love your music, brother. I'm overrated, and he's half ton. And they fucking laughed their ass off. They thought it was the funniest shit ever.
That's super
I was
sick,
like, I'm
man.
overrated, and he's half ton. It was badass, dude. The group name was Potluck, man. But yeah, they were little
fucking
stoner
dope.
group.
Oh, hell yeah.
You heard of KMK?
Yeah.
Cut Monkeys? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they would tour with them a lot, but we saw them, and it was funny because it was like a mirror image. I'm a little smaller than the smaller guy, and then my homie's like a little smaller than the bigger guy. I was like, I'm overrated, and he's half ton. They fucking laughed their ass off, man. It was
That's
fucking great.
good, man.
They were
That's dope as
underrated, and I
fuck.
was overrated.
Dude, that's fucking funny, man. Oh, fucking last thing I want to say, because I'm a fucking music guy. Underrated Streetlight Manifesto. They're a fucking ska punk band. They're fucking have killer drums, killer horns. Their guitarist and singer is fucking amazing. He's gone on to do great shit solo and with like actual like orchestras. So fucking go check them out too.
Underrated media.
Yeah.
Good shit, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all, man.
And, dude,
Fucking
thanks for
anything you
coming
want to
back.
say to the folks at home?
Yeah.
This time to
Check
plug.
these guys out, man.
Oh.
Check these guys out, man. I appreciate you guys having me on me.
Oh,
Like for
dude.
real, like it's so refreshing to see other people in the same kind of space that you are. Even though like I'm a streamer or whatever. I don't want to plug myself, but I'm a streamer.
Plug yourself.
This
dog.
is your time to plug yourself,
Look,
goddammit.
man, whatever you say now, I'm gonna put at the beginning of the video.
All right.
So that people check you out at the beginning.
Right,
video,
and then they don't
Before
watch
your
this.
sauce. Before your sauce, they want to know how it happened. How did
No,
it get
yeah.
here?
So my name is Jimmy Dukes. I'm from El Paso, Texas. I'm a content creator / streamer, whatever. But I stream a lot of first-person shooters. I do podcasts, and I play little horror games or whatever. Very community friendly. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, but Facebook is my main grind, man. But I appreciate you guys having me on. Like it's refreshing to meet people from the same city, trying
Hell
to
yeah.
pursue something.
Likewise, man.
Yeah, to
Like,
pursue something like this. Yeah,
I
man.
completely understand.
it's
to
cool,
be
man.
online in
Yeah.
El Paso. You
Yeah,
know what I
man.
mean? Like,
A lot of people get tripped out because I'm proud to be from El Paso. You know what I mean? I'm proud.
yeah, man.
So people,
Fucking,
yeah. So
hell yeah,
people,
my
so
brother.
people are like, El Paso. You know, we get a lot of
Yeah.
bad rep because of the border or what
Yeah.
happened with a lot of different things. But man, we out here, man. And
Yeah.
it's refreshing to meet cool people like
It-
that. And I
Like, it's
appreciate
funny,
you guys
I've
having
been-
me on, man.
I've
For
been
real.
following you like for sure on Facebook and then Instagram. Then I catch your streams when I can. I always
I-
check like your uploads, your streams. I'm like, yeah.
I actually catch your TikTok shorts on the
Yeah.
Puff Crew,
There
Puff
you
Crew
go, yeah.
TikTok. because
Yeah, man.
I'm the one who like runs that shit, and we really need to get on that because it's
Well, that's
so
the
many
thing
eyes,
too.
man.
Well, we talked about that kind of thing because, with the whole content creation, it just kind of you have to kind of
yeah.
Get with the times, man.
now,
Yeah.
now, and you get better at it with time. With these kind of things, and sit down and you grow more when you're not actually doing anything, because you have to put content out there, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people will gravitate toward little clips, 20
Yeah.
seconds, little things like
For
that,
sure.
and then they'll want to check you out. You know what I mean? So.
That's what gets.
Yeah,
it.
man.
Well,
I
that's the
appreciate you. Yeah,
interest.
man. I appreciate you guys having me out. If you guys want to check me out, JimmyDukesGaming,
Hell
pretty much
yeah.
on any social media. Come check my ass out. Say what's up, man.
Hell yeah,
Appreciate y'all,
definitely.
man.
And thank you all for joining us this week. We hope you have a fucking great rest of your week. Fucking check out Jimmy Dukes. Fucking check us out in the mirror at your local bathroom.
Local bathroom or local brewery.
Either way, this is a good chance.
Yeah, but thank you for joining us.
This is overrated. He's underrated. I'm quarter ton. We'll see y'all later.
That's the fucking outro right there. Jesus.
Oh, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys, man.
Can we just call it 2.5 beards?
2.5 beards. I like that. I like that.
Full beard, half beard.
Because like I saved the sides, but
you
like,
got that flow though. You got that flow though, bro.
Hey man,
You got that flow,
I like
man.
2.5 beards.
Good shit, man. GG's.
Yeah.
GG's up in
Oh
this
my
bitch.
God. See y'all later.
Peace.